Thursday's Baltimore Sun and Wednesday's Aegis. Give me a C.
Happy Thanksgiving from all of us at ABC2. Baltimore's leader in local sports programming, 2 Sports. The pieces of the puzzle have fallen into place over the last 81 years when Calvert Hall and Loyola first met on the gridiron. Last year's puzzle added Jason Forrester to the picture with this thrilling overtime touchdown. Loyola came back, only to see its hopes of winning dashed on this play.
One play for the money. Here it comes. Guidera with the snap. Still has the football under pressure. Incomplete. Calvert Hall wins.
This year's puzzle, the 82nd piece, will be the last for longtime Dons coach Joe Brune. Which team will proclaim? I know the pieces fit. 2 Sports presents the Baltimore County Savings Bank Turkey Bowl. The Calvert Hall Cardinals versus the Loyola Dons.
Well, if it's Thanksgiving in Baltimore, it must be Calvert Hall and Loyola. Hi, everybody, and welcome to PSI.net Stadium. Happy Thanksgiving to you. Scott Garceau and Keith Mills with you. Keith, this one is always emotional for the 74th time on Thanksgiving Day, but for Joe Brune and Loyola, this one is special.
Very special, Scott. November 12th, 1920. That's the first time these two teams met, and that guy on your left, Joe Brune, has coached in the last 34. This will be his 35th Turkey Bowl day. It was moved 82nd game in the series, Scott, the 74th, as you said, on Thanksgiving Day. Jay Robinson, the head coach at Calvert Hall, his job today is to try and figure out some way to take the emotion out of the Loyola kids as they send the Silver Fox out, hopefully today, on their side with a victory.
Oh, you saw Calvert Hall. They broke through last year, ended that 11-game skid. Let's talk about some of their top players for Coach Jay Robinson, starting with their quarterback.
New quarterback, Andrew Goldbeck, started out as a freshman playing fullback and linebacker. How's that, huh? He was moved to quarterback because he's got a good right arm. He's thrown for 6 touchdowns, has 2 touchdown runs. He's a 6'1 junior, and he's got a real good arm, Scott. He will test this Loyola defense.
And number 1 on your program, and a guy we're going to see all over the field. He's not very big, but he's a big-time player.
He's a scrapper. Number 1, Matt Eckrell, the do-it-all junior. His father's the athletic director at Calvert Hall, Lou Eckrell. He's returned 1 kick for a touchdown. He has 2 interceptions. He scored a couple touchdowns, 7 to be exact. He is all over the field, Scott. We'll see a lot of him today.
Now for Joe Brune's Dons, perhaps the best player on the field, almost single-handedly beat Gilman. Just a terrific quarterback, Marcus Frisbee.
Yeah, number 5, Marcus Frisbee will be in the blue. He threw this TD pass to Brett Mastroperia, Scott said, back in late October to upset the Gilman Greyhounds. He was phenomenal that day, and Coach Jay Robinson, Augie Maselli, and the Calvert Hall Cards are real worried about the 6'2", 200-pound senior. His biggest threat, Scott, for them as a Calvert Hall defense is like Steve McNair. When he tucks the ball and gets out of the pocket, he's very dangerous.
He's not only fast, he's got size on his side. How about defensively for the Dons, Keith?
They call this guy their Jermaine Lewis. He plays defensive back, number 23, Paul Quayle. He's a big hitter, but he's also an electrifying kick returner. He, like Matt Eckrell, will be all over the field. And as you can see, he's a typical high school football player at Loyola. 5'9", 150 pounds. Gotta love this kid.
All right, let's take a look at some of the Murray cellular keys to this game.
Yeah, I think it's going to be obvious, and you talk about keys to any game. Calvert Hall has to control the clock, quite frankly, to keep Marcus Frisbee off the field, and they have to take care of the football. In games they've lost this year, and they're 6-3, they've really had a problem with turnover.
On Loyola, Keith, we mentioned the emotion. That's going to be a factor for them.
Joe Brune's last game in his stellar 35-year career, they have to control their emotions. How many times have we seen teams very emotional come out, get some personal foul penalties, turn the ball over? They have to control that. And it's got to get Frisbee flying. That's Marcus Frisbee, number 5. He'll be their quarterback go-to guy today.
And our man on the sidelines today, John Curry from 2 Sports. Hi, John.
How you doing, Scott? Let me be one of the first to wish you two a happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving to you folks at home. I'll be perched on the sideline, as Scott said, for any insight analysis. We realize that you have a lot to choose from on the menu today, this Thanksgiving. So thanks thanks for letting us be your appetizer, if you will, for some Turkey Bowl fare. Now, I talked to a number of the guys going into this game. It's always an emotional game, as you guys said. They're hoping it won't be a defensive struggle like it was last year. They're hoping to provide some fireworks and make it a real exciting game today here on Channel 2. So sit back, relax, call the rest of the family in, fire up the popcorn wherever you want, and enjoy some top-flight high school football right here on Channel 2. Guys, back to you.
All right, John, we're just about set to go. Kickoff just a few minutes away. Loyola and Calvert Hall coming to you next on this Thanksgiving from PSINet Stadium.
The Baltimore County Savings Bank Turkey Bowl. Brought to you by Baltimore County Savings Bank. Come home to Baltimore County Savings Bank. And Sonny's, the affordable outdoor store.
Fred Manfred here, wishing you a happy Thanksgiving from my friends at Baltimore County Savings Bank. Baltimore County Savings Bank is proud to sponsor this broadcast of the 90th meeting between the Calvert Hall Cardinals and Loyola Dons. Enjoy the game and this special day with family and friends. Once again, happy Thanksgiving from Baltimore County Savings Bank, locally owned and operated and growing to meet your needs. FDIC insured, equal housing lender.
Personal service, knowledgeable associates, and a wide variety of products makes Murray Cellular your best choice for cellular phones. With more than 10 years of community commitment, Murray Cellular Associates serves everyone, from the largest corporation to the smallest of individuals. Free digital phones, family talk plans, and free nights and weekends are just some of the ways we keep you connected. At Murray Cellular, we're here to offer you Baltimore's best phone service.
Hi, I'm Tom Murray with Murray Cellular Associates. Good luck, players and coaches, in the 82nd Annual Turkey Bowl. And happy Thanksgiving to your family from ours.
Great food and family entertainment are just two of the reasons people keep coming back to Tully's Restaurant. Enjoy your choice of beef, chicken, or seafood, all served in Tully's family-style atmosphere. And while our friendly staff caters to what your taste buds need, Tully's has plenty to keep you entertained. Choose from a game room filled with pool tables and arcade games, a dance floor for bands and karaoke, or one of 23 TVs to watch your favorite team play. Enjoy Baltimore's best place for tradition and quality. Enjoy Tully's.
Cerebral palsy brain damage alert. A medical mistake may have caused your child cerebral palsy or brain damage, or lead paint may be to blame. Your child may have a right to lifetime care. Find out free. Call the Spectre Legal Team, 1-800-626-2100. Call now regardless of your child's age. No fees or expenses unless we get money for you. We've collected millions and millions for the injured. Call 1-800-626-2100, the voice of the victim.
Gonna have to take the anthem.
Welcome back to PSINet Stadium. Scott Garceau and Keith Mills as we near the singing of our national anthem today. Calvert Hall and Loyola and the annual Thanksgiving tradition here in Baltimore. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody, and this is how we start Thanksgiving in Baltimore. Keith, we came back to televise this game last year, and we saw a remarkable football game that was decided in double overtime.
Double overtime, Scott, and ironically, Joe Brune, coaching his last game today, was somewhat criticized after the game by some of his alumni for not going for the tie and then going to another overtime. We personally think that he made a great call, played for the win at that particular time. extra points in high school football or
They're
short
not
field goals
automatics.
are not automatic, and he went for the win out of respect for his seniors, and you have to admire that.
Yeah, and I think we were a little surprised because Joe, by nature, fairly conservative in his approach to the game, but he said, hey, let's go for it. We didn't come here to tie, we came here to win, and Calvert Hall stopped him on the 2-point conversion and ended an 11-game losing streak in the series.
Yeah, this has been a series of streaks, Scott. At one point, Calvert Hall won 7 in a row when Augie Maselli, who's the defensive coordinator for Calvert Hall, was coaching the Calvert Hall Cardinals. And since then, it's been all Loyola. They have dominated this series the last 14 years, and I'm sure the Loyola seniors in particular want to send out Joe Brune with a win today in his last game.
You see the captains heading out for the coin toss. Our referee today is Tom O'Hara. We'll have him mic'd and should be able to hear the calls from down on the field. But an honor, I'm sure, Keith, to be a captain in this game that means so much to these two schools.
Oh, absolutely, Scott. Strip away the fact that it's on TV and strip away the fact that it's on Thanksgiving Day. Calvert Hall and Loyola in any sport is huge.
Okay,
See
you want to
number
toss.
5.
You have your choice to kick, receive, defend the goal, or defer to the second half.
We like to defer.
You're going to defer. Loyola has won the toss, is elected to defer. Kick, receive, and defend the goal. You want to receive, and what goal are you going to defend?
Defend this goal, sir.
You're going to defend that one. I want you to turn your back that way, turn your back this way. Calvert Hall will receive, Loyola will defend that goal. Fellas, how to go?
It's got big number 75 in your picture right there as you see Joe Brune leading the troops out of the tunnel here at PSI Net Stadium. That's Blake McCoy, big number 75 for Calvert Hall. One of the few Calvert Hall players who are going on to play college football. Maryland, Virginia looking at him. As you see Jay Robinson, the third-year coach at Towson University.
Well, we saw Marcus Frisbee out for the coin toss, Keith. He is a key player in this game, obviously. Calvert Hall feels if they can slow him down, they've got a good chance of winning. Of course, Loyola want to see him run and throw the football. He's as dangerous when he tucks it in as when he throws it, obviously.
Yeah, we touched on that briefly, Scott, in pregame. His arsenal, he can run and he can throw it. He's a good blocker, believe it or not. But Calvert Hall has to control him. Against Gilman, I said this earlier, he was a one-man wrecking crew. He just did everything he had to do to pull that upset, and that's what happened.
Keith, how about the late season momentum? Because Loyola 1-5, struggling through a year. Suddenly, Joe Brune's final home game, they knock off a great Gilman team. How much momentum do they come into this game with?
A lot of momentum, and they played real well 2 weeks ago against Caesar Rodney, the real tough team out of Delaware. So they're coming in on an emotional and physical high. They've got 2 kids back, 2 offensive linemen, Charlie O'Donnell and Derek Norgriff, 2 of their better offensive linemen, and they've been out most of this year. Loyola, Scott, will have a huge advantage. I'm sorry, Calvert Hall will have a huge advantage up front on offense. They average 250 pounds on the offensive line, and the front 4 for Loyola averages 200. So we'll see if that plays out. And one other mix in this whole thing is Phil Albert, the former Towson University coach. The great offensive mind on that program for years is Jay Robinson's offensive coordinator at Calvert Hall. So he's kept it in the family.
Keith, you mentioned O'Donnell and Norgriff coming back, 270 and 250 at the tackles. That really kind of balances the playing field a little bit from a size standpoint, because you said on the other side of the ball, those big Calvert Hall tackles, much bigger than anybody on the front of the Loyola Dons.
No doubt about it, and that's where these games are always won, as we know, up front, and we'll see how Calvert Hall and Augie Maselli figures out a way, or Loyola and defensive coordinator Bill Corot figure out a way to combat that offensive front force up front.
Keith, I thought it was interesting talking to Joe Brune yesterday after last year 0-0 in regulation. I asked him, I said, what do you think it's going to take to win? And he said, I honestly feel that the winner is going to have to be in the 20s. So he expects some offense in this game. So we'll see if that comes true, because last year it was a defensive battle. It was settled in the second overtime. Calvert Hall caught that fumble to get on the board first, and then Loyola came back, tied it up. You heard on the coin toss, Calvert Hall won the toss, and they deferred. So, or Loyola did. They'll have the choice at halftime to receive in the second half, and the Cardinals will receive.
Gorgeous day, Scott. Doesn't get any better than this. Thanksgiving morning, watching some high school football.
Back deep for Calvert Hall, Matt Eckrell and Rodney Williams. We are just about set to go, and we are underway. Williams from the 15 up the right side. He's got some room up across the 35 and gets up to the 37-yard line. So a nice return, good field position. 22 yards on the return. And the Cardinals go to work. No penalty markers down. They'll huddle up with their offensive coaches over on the far side.
Scott, Loyola will come out and what they call a variation of the old Chicago Bears 46 defense that Buddy Ryan kind of invented. And
where's Doug Plank?
Yeah, where's Doug Plank and Otis Wilson and Mike Singletary? We'll see.
Andrew Goldbeck is a quarterback. Goldbeck with a toss, and it's incomplete. Went out to the far side to Vince Delaney. Delaney's the guy who made the pressure play on the two-point conversion that won the game a year ago. Here's your starters, Keith.
Yeah, Blake McCoy, left tackle. He's either going to Virginia or Maryland. Zach Griever, Tom Rosinski, Rhett Myers, and Matt Janowski. And they're big, average 250 pounds. Altenberger, Dan Spriggs is a wideout. Matt Stangroom, the tight end. Marcus Thompson, Mick Soleil, Andrew Goldbeck in the backfield.
And Thompson with the football. He's got some running room. Comes near side, still up. 45-yard line. Has a first down. He's up close to the 48-yard line. First down, Calvert Hall. In the far side of the field erupts. That's the Calvert Hall side.
Scott, this kid, Marcus Thompson, number 22, missed a lot of the season with an injury. He's their best back. Got some breakaway speed. Watch the cutback there, and then again on the inside right there. And finally, Loyola hauls him in. Number 20, that's Brady Smith. He's just a freshman, and he makes a big play.
And they go right back to Smith. He's hitting the backfield and drop. Nice defensive play by Todd Stroman. Stroman, a 5'11", 205-pound junior, penetration into the backfield. Let's check out Loyola's defense.
Yeah, Scotty, Sebastian Price, not big, real tough. Todd Stroman just made that play. He's a defensive tackle. Doug Holmes and Ted Martello, his uncle Matt, is one of the coaches on this Loyola team. Brett Mastria Perry, Brad Kohler, who had a huge play against Gilman, is a linebacker. Steve Planhold, Chris Gilliard, Paul Quayle in the secondary.
2nd and 13, Goldbeck looking to throw, fires upfield. Incomplete, intended for Delaney. Pretty good coverage back there, and it's going to bring up 3rd down and long.
Scott, good coverage, but we saw the arm strength of Andrew Goldbeck. I mean, he puts this baby on a line. No question about his arm strength. What the Calvert Hall coaches sometimes worry, and he's just a young player, is how he handles pressure from the defensive front. And I'm sure the coaches at Loyola are going to put some heat on him today.
Keith, we saw the defensive back slip a little early in the morning. A lot of dew and frost on the field. Footing could be a problem here in the early going. Out of the shotgun, Goldbeck loses the handle, and Calvert Hall covers up back on the 38-yard line. Marcus Thompson jumped on the football, but it'll be 4th and long.
Scott, you don't see too many high school teams run the shotgun. This is one reason why. Quite frankly, it's a high-risk offense. That wasn't a bad snap, but it kind of caught Goldbeck by surprise.
Looked like he was checking out the defense, Keith.
Absolutely. There's Jay Robinson, who spent 19 years with Phil Albert at Towson University as an assistant. And now the Calvert Hall.
Ian Hall back to punt. He's an all-MIAA first-team pick. And the punt grabbed by Daniel O'Hara, and he is hit immediately. Good coverage downfield. Calvert Hall's Dan Spriggs down there to make the stop. We're going to take a timeout. No score, just underway. Happy Thanksgiving from PSI Net Stadium.
If you need a car and you need credit but don't have a pen or pencil, get one and write this number down. 1-877-899-RIDE. Toll free. 1-877-899-RIDE. It's totally free and you can be pre-approved for a car loan right now. Privately, confidentially. The auto loan phone from Fox Chevrolet is the easiest way to get pre-approved for a car loan. Choose from over 3,000 new and used vehicles. If you've had slow credit in the past, bankruptcies, judgments, charge-offs, even if you're a first-time buyer with no credit, you can still drive a quality vehicle. Call now. The loan phone means no salespeople and no paperwork. It's totally automated. Start rebuilding your credit right now. Call 1-877-899-RIDE. 1-877-899-RIDE.
The best-kept local secret is out. To enjoy Baltimore's best steamed crabs all year round, you need to ride over to the barn. Crack open your taste buds with a bite of the barn's hot jumbo steamed Louisiana and Texas crabs, the finest 8-ounce jumbo lump crab cakes or scrumptious crab fluffs.
Take it from us, Joe Slefka.
And Jimmy DePino, Calvert Hall class of 1978. Eat crabs where true Baltimoreans eat crabs. At the barn.
Go Calvert Hall, beat Loyola, and beat a path to the barn.
Loyola with the football for the first time today. 1st and 10 on their own 28. No score, just underway. Frisbee's the quarterback. And he rolls out. Looking to run it. And hit at the 30 and dropped at the 31-yard line. So pretty good contain from that Cardinal defense, Keith, and that's the challenge for them all day. Here's the starters.
Yeah, Matt Hadaway, Chris Matza, Kevin Lickfus, Kyle Hodges, and Conwell Ottenritter will start up front for Loyola. Danny O'Hara, Drew Schraver, and Brett Mastria Perry as a tight end. He caught the big touchdown against Gilman. Connor Bell, Terrence Morin, and Marcus Frisbee. Frisbee, of course, the senior quarterback. Frisbee got 3 on that carry. He's run for 511 yards and 10 touchdowns this year. 2nd down and 7 from the 31. Frisbee lost the handle, picks it back up, and he's going to be dropped for a loss inside the 25, back around the 24-yard line. That looked like he just dropped the ball. Not exactly a great defensive play like that, but as we look at the defensive line, this kid Mike Tasimbis on the defensive end, keep your eye out on him. He's a good one. Devon Douglas, Jeff Walkley, and John Marcantoni are up front. Dave Kale, Brooks Lopez, and Eric Fraser, the linebackers. And in the secondary, Rodney Williams, Matt Eckrell, who we highlighted in pregame, Vince Delaney, and Daryl Jackson. A lot of speed, Scott, in the secondary. Loss of 7 on the play brings up 3rd and 14. Don's on their own 24, backs in the eye. Eckrell showing blitz on the edge, now backs off, and they run it short gain. And the punt team will come on for Loyola. So the drop ball got them in a tough situation, Keith, and they decided just to run it up the middle and get a few yards back. Yeah, probably a good call. So already in this game, call it nerves, call it lack of concentration, whatever, but Goldbeck can't handle the snap. Marcus Frisbee drops the ball, and both punters getting some early action. Joe Brune says our punting has been atrocious this year. He's used a couple of different guys. They've had punts blocked. They've had bad snaps. So keep an eye on the special teams for the Dons. It's got great points. Special teams can make or break a high school football game. Santana, low kick, bouncing away from Daryl Jackson. He's going to let it roll dead just inside the 40-yard line. So Calvert Hall will get it back. 7:57 left in the first quarter. No score. We'll return right after this.
Be part of the audience for Football Insider with Sam Adams, Jonathan Ogden, and special guests. Join 2 Sports at the Coliseum in Cockeysville Monday at 7.
Fred Manfrey here, wishing you a happy Thanksgiving from my friends at Baltimore County Savings Bank. Baltimore County Savings Bank is proud to sponsor this broadcast of the 90th meeting between the Calvert Hall Cardinals and Loyola Dons. Enjoy the game and this special day with family and friends. Once again, happy Thanksgiving from Baltimore County Savings Bank, locally owned and operated and growing to meet your needs. FDIC insured, equal housing lender.
Nationwide Nissan says jump on it. 0% Nissan financing saves you thousands. Nationwide, Maryland's largest import dealer, will not be undersold. Bring us any competitor's price and we'll beat it. It's worth your drive to Nationwide.
More turkey?
Where's the newspaper?
Can I have the ads? Please. Please.
Which one?
Not those. Value City. Wow, look at these.
Oh, I want that.
Look at that price.
It's worth getting there at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
This year, we're not going to miss out.
I think we're first in line. At Value City's after Thanksgiving sale, the deals are so good, you got to get there first, even if it is at 6 a.m.
What time's breakfast?
Happy Thanksgiving from all of us at ABC2.
Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Welcome back to PSI Net Stadium. Still no score. Loyola and Calvert Hall for the Turkey Bowl Classic. Just wanted to give you one note about the surface as Goldbeck takes the snap here, and Williams finds a big hole right up the middle. excellent run by Williams there for a huge gain for Loyola. I wanted to give you one note about the playing surface, Keith and Scott. It's still kind of torn up from the Browns game, the Ravens-Browns game. You know, they go over it with a fine-tooth comb before every home game. With the Ravens out of town this week, obviously it has not been cared to. A lot of spike marks and cuts and nicks, but looks like Williams has had no problems running on this. Keith and Scott?
That was Marcus Thompson on the run for 47 yards. Down to the 24-yard line, and a handoff to Marcus Thompson. Go right back to him. Didn't give him any time to catch his breath, did they, Keith?
Didn't have a whole lot of problem with the turf on the play before that, Scott. It was a well-executed play. Thompson, as we said, 5'9", 165-pound junior. Rushed for 7 touchdowns this year, but was hampered by some injuries.
2nd and 9 from the 23. Calvert Hall on the move. Biggest play of the game. Marcus Thompson busts off a 47-yarder. No score, first quarter. Twin wide receivers to the right side. And Goldbeck looking to throw, comes near side, completes it. Lamar Williams, and he's knocked out of bounds at about the 16-yard line. Chris Gilliard on the stop.
Marcus Williams got just a sophomore. You can see he's not real big. The second time they tried to run this play, little quick hitch, and Goldbeck, see his, again, arm strength. Got to be able to throw the ball to make this pass. Gilliard comes up, gets some support by number 50, Kyle Hodges, but a nice little drive in the works now for Jay Robinson and his Calvert Hall Cards.
3rd down and 3 coming up.
I mentioned Scott Goldbeck played tight end and linebacker for the freshman team and finally moved to quarterback.
Thompson, he's got running room, 10, cuts it outside, and he's in for the touchdown. Penalty marker down. He's in for the touchdown, but hang on, there's a marker down on the 6-yard line, and we've got a holding call. I think it's going against Calvert Hall, and that'll nullify the touchdown. Nice run by Thompson, but it's coming back.
Yeah, a lot of times, Scott, in high school, you'll see a crackback on that situation. This time the official's going to call a hold. Could have been, we saw number 75 get dropped. Don't know who it was on, but there was a huge hold.
On the offense, 10 yards from the spot of the foul. Beat the 3rd down.
Also saw the center Rosinski with a slide block over the middle. Not sure if it was him. There it is.
Yeah, there it is on the outside. I believe
Wide
that's
receiver.
Vince Delaney, number 7. And good call by the official right in front of the officials. You see Marcus Thompson may have started his victory celebration a little premature right there. Fortunately, ball was not knocked out of his hands, but a big play by Calvert Hall negated.
So from the spot of the foul, it becomes 3rd and 4. Ball on the 18-yard line, right back to Thompson, and he fights, still up at the 10, and he's down to the 8. That's a 1st down. Boy, good running from Marcus Thompson. Jay Robinson called him a big-time back, and we're starting to see why. Doug Holmes made the stop for the Dons.
And Scott, we talked about the offensive advantage up front weight-wise, and right now, look at McCoy's seal block on number 50, Brad Kohler. But right now, the offensive line for Calvert Hall winning the battle up front. They have a 50-pound advantage, and the coaches at Calvert Hall wisely, I think, let Marcus Thompson run behind that line.
That line going across 290, 225, 230, 225, and 300. Got a timeout.
Calvert Hall.
Calvert Hall stops the clock. 6:25 left in the first quarter, and we're starting to see Marcus Thompson get it cranked up. Keith, he's low to the ground, and he's got some real quickness. You can see him move on the cuts. He's a tough back to bring down.
Very tough, Scott, and the latest in a long line of excellent running backs for the Calvert Hall Cardinals. Curtis Reed, who once played in the mid-1970s. You see the Loyola crowd. And let's take another look at this and watch the offensive line surge. I mean, he has not even touched Blake McCoy, as I said, seal block Kohler, and then he just skips off to the outside, Scott. Does what he does well. Looks like he's very eager to, once he gets through the line, kick it outside. Looks like that's his strength, and so far, he's utilizing it.
Kremen and Eckrell did a lot of the work, Keith, because Thompson had a high ankle sprain, missed a lot of time, but Jay Robinson said it's been about 3 weeks now that he's been back at 100%, and he looks pretty good here in the early going. 3 carries for 57 yards. And remember, he had a touchdown call back. Could have been more.
You mentioned Eckrell and Kremen. Well, they're typical high school backs, 5'10", 165, tougher than nails. Just come to play every day.
So after the timeout, let's see what Jay Robinson and Phil Elbert have cooked up. 1st and goal from the 8, backs in the eye. Goldbeck under heavy pressure, throwing. Oh, had a man open, just didn't have enough time to find him. Good pressure from number 34, Sebastian Price, who was all over Golbeck as he released the football.
Yeah, and we talked earlier about pressuring Golbeck. That time it comes from the outside. I think Golbeck does a great job, Scott, of getting rid of the football.
Yes.
Had he had another extra second, that may have been a touchdown.
That was Matt Bushman, the fullback, who was the intended receiver. 2nd and goal.
See number 36, Brad Pisick, excellent baseball player at Loyola.
Oh, and the left tackle moved up. Blake McCoy came out of his stance count early, and that's going to cost Calvert Hall 5.
Yeah, McCoy, Scott, 6'4", 290-pound senior, being recruited by Maryland and Virginia.
Offense, still 2nd down.
You got the other tackle, Matt Janowski, on the other side, is 300 pounds. And you have Griever and Myers at 225 in the center, Brzezinski at 255. That's one of the biggest high school lines around.
Where's the beef? There it is. Left and right tackles averaging 295. And the little guy over the ball at about 230, the center.
Scott just saw Jay Robinson spend a year down at Maryland with Ron Vanderlinden, and the job came open. He's a Calvert Hall alum and jumped right at it.
2nd and goal from the 14. Here he goes. Thompson again, running out of the tackle inside the 10 and knocked out of bounds near the 6-yard line.
They're living behind Blake McCoy, Scott. Hey, Thompson is just having a field day right now, running behind Blake McCoy and Zach Griever, and he's picking up some huge chunks of yardage.
Outside linebacker Brett Mastro-Pieri forced him out of bounds. And now big play here, 3rd and goal, ball just outside the 5-yard line.
Yeah, Scott, we'll hear Mastro-Pieri's name a lot on offense, too. Caught that winning touchdown pass against Gilman.
Good tight end, yeah. Calvert Hall trying to get on the board first. Altenberger goes wide to the far side of the field. In motion is Spriggs. Golbeck rolls out to his right, throwing back of the end zone, incomplete, intended for Spriggs, and will bring up 4th down.
It's got great coverage by number 21, Chris Gilliard, who helped sing the national anthem from his defensive back position. And Golbeck, I'll tell you, Scott, I'm impressed with Golbeck. Didn't have anything, threw it away, realizes that they're in position to maybe kick a field goal here. Watch the play. You'll see again the pressure coming from up front. Number 34 is Sebastian Price, and Golbeck just kind of chucks it out of bounds.
Calvert Hall has 2 kickers. This is Ben Pardue on to attempt the field goal from 24 yards out. Left side, snap a little low, gets a foot into it, and it's good. So Ben Pardue, the junior, knocks it through the uprights, and Calvert Hall takes a 3-0 lead with 5:47 to play in the 1st quarter.
So a drive ends in points, Scott, and that's what Jay Robinson wanted to do, score first.
The Hall leads 3-0. We're back right after this.
Thousands of Americans have made the move to Buick's award-winning ride. Comfort and quality, interest-free. Now, Buick keeps 0.0% APR financing going. Get interest-free financing on every new Century, LeSabre, Park Avenue, Regal, and Buick's all-new Rendezvous. Make your move to Buick and get 0% APR. Keep America rolling. See your nearest Buick dealer now.
Phillips Seafood since 1956. At Phillips, you can taste the tradition. Start off with one of Phillips' delicious appetizers, like our creamy crab and spinach dip. Then try a proven favorite, Phillips' traditional crab cake sandwich. And for the true crab connoisseur, sink your claws into Phillips' 5-ounce premium all-lump crab cake. Not enough? Feast at one of Phillips' Seafood Festival buffets, or bring the great taste of Phillips into your kitchen. Phillips Reunion, coming spring 2002.
The entire inventory from America's largest sunglass chain, over 2,000 pairs of designer sunglasses, the newest styles for 2002, all one-half current prices. Suits, sport coats, and tuxedos, $49 to $125, plus 4,000 Egyptian cotton dress shirts, originally $60 to $195, now $18.
See you at C-Mart.
See our ad in Thursday's Baltimore Sun and Wednesday's Aegis. Give me a C.
Well, you're looking at the scoring drive, 7 plays, 54 yards. And then Pardue boots it through from 24 yards out, and Calvert Hall's on the board. We played 4 quarters last year before we got a point, Keith. We got 3 already.
We'll take the drama of the last quarter and the overtimes with some offense this year. That's what we need. Good start to this game. How about the day, Scotty? Beautiful.
Oh, perfect. Tim Pataki back deep. Number 44 in Pardue, who just kicked the field goal. He's got it teed up, but not in the middle of the field. He tees it up on the near side, kind of an unusual formation.
And you can see the Loyola coaches saying, hey, heads up from the onside kick here.
Pardue, pretty good foot into this one. Pataki from the 9. 15, runs into a little traffic and gets spun around. And hangs on to the football at about the 21, maybe the 22-yard line.
Pataki, excellent long stick lacrosse player for John Tucker's Loyola Don lacrosse team.
Todd Stroman made the stop for Calvert Hall on that kickoff.
Scott, I'm sorry, Scott. We mentioned Todd Stroman twice. He played on a rec program with 2 Calvert Hall players and 3 Loyola players. They played 5 years together for the Towson Rec for a coach named Tex Williams, and now they're all rivals. So
now banging heads, right? Yeah. Here comes Marcus Frisbee and the Loyola offense. Inside handoff, not much going there as they run right into the heart of the Calvert Hall defense. Connor Bell on the carry.
Yeah, you see Calvert Hall's defense not real big. John Marcantoni in on that play along with number 54 Dave Kale, but they're pretty active. Mike Timbidis is the left defensive end, and he's a good one, Scott. The coaches refer to him as a street fighter. He just mixes it up at all times.
They say he's the best in the area. His own coaches, they might be a little prejudiced, but that's what kind of player he is. I formation, 2nd and 8 from the 24. Tailback, and Calvert Hall, you can hear the pads popping. Keith really came up and filled nice.
Yeah, that's Terrence Morin, number 28, a running back straight. He's
22,
22, not a real flashy runner. He's going to beat you north to south, but already up front, Scott, Calvert Hall is controlling this game both offensively and defensively.
And the guy you just talked about, Keith, Mike Zimbidis on the stop there.
Jeff Bowler, who the all-time leading tackler at Towson State University. So Jay Robinson is bringing back the homeboys to help him out.
3rd and 6. Loyola on their 26. They trail 3-0. Frisbee back to throw. Now he's looking to run. That's what he does best. 30, 35, and a first down up to the 39-yard line. Just short of the 40 goes Marcus Frisbee. Keith, it looks like a pass, but I think that play's a designed run, almost like a quarterback draw.
Scott, I totally agree with you. It looked like he went, let's take a look at it. You judge at home. He drops back, little pump fake. Yeah, that's a design play, Scott, no doubt about it. Quarterback draw, and once you get him on the open field, look out. He is dangerous, and he is explosive. Made a move on Eric Fraser, 13 yards. Check it out again. The senior just gets to the outside. You see a lot of high school kids want to do that, Scott. They want to get outside, and they want to get outside quick. Darrell Jackson makes the tackle.
Backs in the eye, Bell and Morin. And they pitch it out. And stop for a short gain on the play. Connor Bell.
And that was number 1, Matt Eckrell, who came up to support number 44, Mike Simbidis. And Eckrell, as we talked about, Scott, you got to love this kid. 160 pounds, does it all. Running back, defensive back, returns kicks. His father just named the new baseball coach at Calvert Hall, replacing Joe Snooky Bender.
Got to be proud of his son, Matt. First team, all MIAA. 2nd and 9 from the 41. Frisbee looking to throw at this time, comes near side, and it looks like it's caught down in front of us. Evan Gallant on the catch.
Evan Gallant, another one of the many lacrosse players on this Loyola squad. And I think the pressure, boy, Frisbee took some pressure off this offense, Scott, when he made that first down. That time straight drop, nothing fancy. Little 5-yard out and delivered the ball where he had to.
He's the kind of player, too, Keith. You stop the offense a yard, 2 yards. Doesn't look like they're doing anything. Suddenly he busts one 60, 70 yards.
That's a great point. That's what he did against Gilman.
3rd down and 4. Loyola on their own 46. Slot to the left side. Frisbee on the keeper. Across midfield, and he's got a first down into Calvert Hall territory, down to about the 48-yard line. Marcus Frisbee calls his own number, and at the end of the day, I bet she sleeps well.
Yes,
he's going to be handling the ball a lot.
I know his mom sleeps well. His mom's his biggest fan. Usually you have a running back in the backfield with him, but this was just a straight quarterback option. And he picks his way in, kind of lowers the shoulder on number 32 of Calvert Hall, Rodney Williams, and picks up the first down.
There's Joe Brune over on the sidelines. Played in the game in the 50s, is 35th as the coach of Loyola, and this is final. 1st and 10. Frisbee sets on the slant. It's complete inside the 40, down to the 38-yard line. Good catch and throw that time. So Loyola moving the ball.
Yeah, that was Drew Shraver, Scott. He had 6 catches last week against Caesar Rodney. Started out as a soccer player, came to a Ravens game a couple of years ago, said, hey, I like this game. Now he's playing football for the Dons, and boy, Marcus Frisbee threaded the needle on that one. Nice pass.
10 catches, 97 yards on the year, but 6 of those in the last game, so Frisbee getting some confidence in that receiver. 2nd down and 2. Frisbee, 35, now looking for room, runs over a couple of people, and he's got a first down to the 27-yard line. Marcus Frisbee looks like a man among the boys down there.
Yes, he does, and has to be a high school defensive back's nightmare to see this kid coming at you. Let's take a look. Same play as he just ran for the first down. Makes a couple of moves, almost faked himself out right there. Tim Bittis comes in to try to knock him down. He can't. Finally, number 68, Josh Noe, comes in to clean up the play.
Jay Robinson said several Patriot League schools are recruiting Marcus Frisbee, and you can see why. First down and 10 from the 27. 1:17 left first quarter. Frisbee sets. Man open, another first down to the 15-yard line. So Marcus Frisbee getting it done. Completes it to, was that O'Hara or Shraver?
I think that was Shraver again, Scott, but you mentioned the Patriot League schools. Marcus Frisbee, the latest in a lot of great Loyola quarterbacks. Bran Hall, very similar to Frisbee, is the quarterback at Lehigh, and he's done a tremendous job up there. So Marcus Frisbee may follow in his footsteps going up to the Patriot League.
That was O'Hara on the last reception. He came in with 20 catches on the year, averaged 13 yards a catch. 1st and 10 from the 15. Frisbee with it, and this time he didn't fool the Cardinals.
Yeah, that time he tried to go. That time he tried to go left. They run the option to the right twice. That time he tried to sort of reverse his field, go the other way. But big number 74, Devon Douglas, was one of many Calvert Hall players on the tackle.
Walkley also there on the stop. So pickup of about 2. Joe Brune sends in 3 substitutes. I think he may have sent in a play right there. As you saw Connor Bell stop by and talk to Marcus Frisbee on the way to the huddle. 2nd and 8 from the 13. They line it up in the eye. O'Hare wide to the right side, bottom of your screen. Frisbee with it, looking to throw. Throwing in the end zone, and it is intercepted. Picked off. The Cardinals jumped in front of the pass on the interception. Rodney Williams and Calvert Hall, but a penalty marker down. We got a penalty against Calvert Hall.
Yes.
Hang on.
Scott, Frisbee had his man kind of underthrew him, threw behind him a little bit. But you see Rodney Williams make the interception.
Let's listen to Tom O'Hare figure out what this penalty is, because it looks like Loyola will still have possession.
Tom taking the cue from the NFL refs, trying to sort it out here with a little powwow. Yeah, Marcus had him open, Scott, and just kind of waited a little bit and then threw the ball a little behind him, and it gave Williams a chance to regroup.
Williams with 4.5 speed, closed.
Holding on the defense. We're going to play one untimed down. One untimed down.
This will be obviously in reference to the end of the first quarter. We'll take another look at the play and the penalty. You see Frisbee rolling. Yeah, he throws down, I believe, number 24, Kyle Bell, who was trying to block or make that Connor Bell, Kyle's his brother, and threw a little behind number 82, Daniel O'Hara, and Williams made the nice play. But
Huge
Turns out
penalty.
well for Loyola,
Huge
absolutely.
penalty. Instead of having the ball on the 20, it's first down for Loyola, first and goal from the 7.
And this will be the last play of the first quarter.
Defensive penalty. They hand it off to the tailback, Marin.
And another flag went flying in the pile, Scott. You see number 51 of Calvert Hall right there with the football. That's John Mark and Tony.
They're going to have another untimed play here. This quarter might never end.
Never ends. So back-to-back holding penalties. I think Joe Brune would rather it turn out this way and have a holding penalty after an interception than having to turn the ball over. But Joe in his 35th year. You mentioned, in fact, Scott, that he played in this game. He played for, I believe, for Ed Hardigan, who's one of the most famous.
Holding on the offense. Repeat the second down. One more on-time down.
Played for Ed Hardigan, who was a name synonymous with great Loyola football. His name is on the stadium at Loyola High School. His grandson is Sebastian Price, who plays left defensive end for this team, plays a little running back. Ed Jr. was a great player in Loyola and at Loyola, and it's kind of ironic how all these things kind of it's like one big family over there.
Well, the ball pushed back to the 16. They can get a first down around the 5. 2nd and 11 from the 16 as the first quarter plays on. Frisbee under center. Rolling, looking downfield. Heavy pressure, throws down the middle, and it is caught all the way down to the 1-yard line. Terrific catch down there by the tight end. I believe it was Mastro Pieri, came out of the pack with it, Keith.
Yeah, Mastro Pieri, who caught the touchdown pass against Gilman. This was a really nice play by Frisbee. His first receiver was covered, so he dumps it off to his second, and that is very unusual in high school football to be able to look at a second receiver and find him.
But we've got another penalty marker down. 3 straight plays with penalties.
Holding on the offense. Still second down. Still playing an untimed down.
Might set a record for most untimed downs to end a quarter.
Well, we had a big one in Tennessee on Monday Night Football.
Yes, we did.
An untimed down, but we've had 3 straight here.
And suddenly, Scott, you go from the 1 all the way back to the 33-yard line. So this drive is not ending the way Joe Brune and his staff had wanted it.
The penalties have been big, Keith. Remember, Calvert Hall had a touchdown that was called back with a penalty, and now Loyola with 2 big penalties. Calvert Hall had an interception that would have stopped this drive, but that was negated by a defensive holding penalty.
I guess what goes around comes around quite often in high school football, and penalties are a huge part of football at this level.
Ball pushed back to the 33. They have to get all the way down to the 5 for a first down. This is second down. Frisbee in the pocket looking to run. Backside pressure. And throws upfield, and it is complete to Evan Gallant. Complete at about the 23-yard line, and that I don't see a flag. I think the first quarter will end. Yeah, we do have a flag. Roughing the quarterback call. Roughing the quarterback against Calvert Hall. Now, he was out of the pocket for sure.
Absolutely. Now, we'll see the end of the play here. Marcus Frisbee. What we didn't see was Sebastian Price, as you see Gallant.
Personal foul. Roughing the passer on the defense. That's an automatic first down.
Watch the block by number 34 right there. That's Sebastian Price. Now, once the receiver, like college, falls down, hits the ground, play is over.
We will play one more untimed down.
Yes, and we have set a record. Get the record books out, Junior. A national high school record. 4 untimed downs in a row.
I'd like to see the drive chart on this drive. You go from the 7 to the 1 to the 33 back to the 10. Ball in the 11 now.
So now it's first down, though, with the roughing penalty. Frisbee under center, and here we go. We'll try it again. Frisbee's got some running room. They grab him by the shirt. He's still loose, trying to cut back the other way, and now he's dumped back around the 13-yard line. It's never. Keith, you see a flag?
I don't see a flag. Not to say there's not one there, but I don't see one.
So it looks like the first quarter has finally ended.
That's the end of the quarter.
All right. And the fans cheer. I'm not sure if they're cheering their team or the end of the first quarter, but Calvert Hall leads Loyola 3-0 after one. Back after this.
Nationwide Hyundai says jump on it. 0% Hyundai financing saves you thousands. Nationwide, Maryland's largest import dealer, will not be undersold. Bring us any competitor's price and we'll beat it. It's worth your drive to Nationwide.
Fred Manfrey here, wishing you a happy Thanksgiving from my friends at Baltimore County Savings Bank. Baltimore County Savings Bank is proud to sponsor this broadcast of the 90th meeting between the Calvert Hall Cardinals and Loyola Dons. Enjoy the game and this special day with family and friends. Once again, happy Thanksgiving from Baltimore County Savings Bank, locally owned and operated and growing to meet your needs. FDIC insured, equal housing lender.
Lucky you. Your local True Value has everything you need to take care of life's little surprises, and you'll get in and out fast. True Value. Help is just around the corner.
This Friday is the perfect time to head to your True Value. We've got decorating supplies or holiday gifts, like a Dremel rotary tool or twin pack two-way radio. Your choice, only $39.99. Get ready for the holidays this weekend at True Value, where holiday help is just around the corner.
Great food and family entertainment are just two of the reasons people keep coming back to Tully's Restaurant. Enjoy your choice of beef, chicken, or seafood, all served in Tully's family-style atmosphere. And while our friendly staff caters to what your taste buds need, Tully's has plenty to keep you entertained. Choose from a game room filled with pool tables and arcade games, a dance floor for bands and karaoke, or one of 23 TVs to watch your favorite team play. Enjoy Baltimore's best place for tradition and quality. Enjoy Tully's.
Nationwide Kia says jump on it. 0 Kia financing saves you thousands. Nationwide, Maryland's largest import dealer, will not be undersold. Bring us any competitor's price and we'll beat it. It's worth your drive to Nationwide.
Quick look at the barn stats as we come back to action here. Rushing yard 66-38. Frisbee up to the line of scrimmage. And the pitch out near side. Trying to get wide is Connor Bell. A flag is down, 2 flags down, and Bell is down inside the 15.
Well, we've seen a lot of action, Scott. We've certainly seen a lot of penalties. Connor Bell, his brother Kyle, plays lacrosse down in North Carolina, and Connor looking for some room outside.
We got a quick glance at the stats here coming out.
And it's an illegal block, Scott. Block behind the waist, or I'm sorry, below the waist or in the back. Tom O'Hara's been busy.
Clip on the offense. Repeat the second down.
So back they go again. Up, down, back, forward. Biggest stat in this game, penalties. Loyola 2 for 20 before that penalty. So they come back. Calvert Hall 4 for 37, but so many key ones, Keith. A couple of touchdowns.
Absolutely.
Interception taken off the board. A play that would have had first and goal on the 1.
This drive alone, Scott, I would say, what, 5 of those 7 on this one drive.
Yeah, the only other one was the one that took the Calvert Hall touchdown away.
Yeah.
So here we go, Frisbee, 2nd and 29 from the 30. Sets up, looks over the middle, now starts to scramble around, throws back to the weak side to Gallant, and he's tackled at about the 23-yard line. Calvert Hall stayed home, Keith. That's trying to get the whole defense to roll right with the quarterback and then throw back to the weak side, but Anthony Mealy there to make the stop for the Hall.
Scott, you're right. Daryl Jackson, it looks like the play's obviously going right. Marcus stops, throws off his back foot, but Daryl Jackson does a real good job right there, along with number 33, Melvin Aliz. And
that's a freshman, right?
Yeah, and they've done a good job. They did a real good job on that play.
3rd down and 22. Right up the middle on the ground with some running room. Sebastian Price, and he's tripped up as he gets down around the 11-yard line. Vince Delaney on the stop for Calvert Hall.
Yeah, Price scored a big touchdown against Gilman a couple of weeks ago, and as I said, he's the grandson of Ed Hardigan. As you see once again, the Barn first quarter stats, and the Barn, as you well know, owned by the Slivka family. Joey Slivka coaches the freshman team at Calvert Hall, and he's here today with his young son Joey.
So it's 4th down.
Have to name drop on Calvert Hall.
That's all right. That's okay.
Or on Thanksgiving Day, Scott. I'm sorry.
Field goal attempt that can tie it up. Aram Santana, the field goal kicker. We'll check it. It's number 45. This is Dennis Eaton. 29-yard attempt is up, and it's good, and we're tied at 3.
Matt Stover would be proud, Scott.
Yeah, you bet. Trading field goals. Dennis Eaton, Jr., boots it through, and we are tied at 3-all. 9:57 left in the first half. We'll take a timeout.
Personal service, knowledgeable associates, and a wide variety of products makes Murray Cellular your best choice for cellular phones. With more than 10 years of community commitment, Murray Cellular Associates serves everyone, from the largest corporation to the smallest of individuals. Free digital phones, family talk plans, and free nights and weekends are just some of the ways we keep you connected. At Murray Cellular, we're here to offer you Baltimore's best phone service.
Hi, I'm Tom Murray with Murray Cellular Associates. Good luck, players and coaches, in the 82nd Annual Turkey Bowl. And happy Thanksgiving to your family from ours.
The best-kept local secret is out. To enjoy Baltimore's best steamed crabs all year round, you need to ride over to the Barn. Crack open your taste buds with a bite of the Barn's hot jumbo steamed Louisiana and Texas crabs, the finest 8-ounce jumbo lump crab cakes or scrumptious crab fluffs.
Take it from us, Joe Slufka. And Jimmy DePino, Calvert Hall class of 1978. Eat crabs where true Baltimoreans eat crabs. At the Barn.
Go Calvert Hall, beat Loyola, and beat a path to the Barn.
Here's a look at the action coming up this week on 2 Sports. Saturday at 11:35 p.m. Get with the Goose and 2 Sports for the Tony Siragusa Show. Sunday night at 11:35. Join 2 Sports' Keith Mills for the week's highlights and lowlights on Sunday Sports Extra. And Monday at 9, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers face off with the St. Louis Rams on Monday Night Football. This 2 Sports lineup is brought to you by BGE. For all the comforts of home, it's time for all the comforts of gas.
Well, you're looking at the scoring drive, 14 plays, 67 yards, 42 penalties,
and
750.
Marcus Frisbee in virtually every play in that drive. Calvert Hall class of 1976, and was that a good team? Mentioned Joey Slifka. He was on that team, Scott. They won the MSAA Conference. Frank Fulco, Curtis Reed. What a powerhouse. Mike Walt, the quarterback, Joe Walt's brother.
Santana with a knuckleball. Almost got loose, but Calvert Hall covers up. And they're going to start on their own 26-yard line. Tied at 3, 9:54 to play in the first half. We've had a couple of field goals. Pardue from 24 yards out in the first quarter for Calvert Hall, and then Loyola's Dennis Eaton just booted a 29-yarder to tie it up.
And Jay Robinson's taking the sweater off. He's on the sun part of the field. Actually, the sun drenching most of the field right here at PSI Net. And
great crowd, Keith.
Oh, excellent crowd, Scott.
Calvert Hall over on the far side. They got the sunshine. Loyola fans over here on the near side in the shade. Andrew Goldbeck, the quarterback, gives it to Thompson. He's got running room up the middle. Cuts to his left, still up, and dives up to about the 39-yard line. That's good for a first down. Marcus Thompson, the 165-pound junior, running hard.
Yeah, Scott, and again, you see the quickness from number 22. Cut back right there, and then look out secondary. Makes a couple of guys miss. Finally gets knocked down, but not after really slicing up the Loyola defense. Good cut on number 50, Kohler, and then kind of runs right over number 23, Paul Quayle.
Stroman finally brought him down, but a 13-yard gain. And here he comes again, right back at you. Marcus Thompson got about 3 or 4 that time, up across the 40 to about the 43.
And that time you saw him scoot outside quick, Scott. The bulk of their running plays been up the middle and then outside. This one started.
Keith, I was looking at their average per carry. Thompson, 7.7. Kremen, who's carried the ball 55 times, 8.2 yards a carry. And Matt Eckrell, 10.6 yards a carry on 27 carries.
Yeah, so. and that trio, 1,094 yards. So they've accomplished what you want out of a tailback.
Second down and 6. Goldbeck throws it out in the flat to Thompson, and he drops it. It's incomplete. A forward pass, incomplete. Scramble for the football, but it definitely was a forward pass.
And either way, Scott, that was well covered. May have been better that he didn't catch the ball.
Right.
He would have suffered a big loss. Thompson, Mastro, Pieri involved in the play. You see number 33 right there for Loyola. That's David Tamburino. So well defense play as Brad Kohler, number 50, gets set to call the defense.
Well, Jay Robinson wondering about the consistency in his passing game. Some good, some not so good. And he's looking at a passing down here, 3rd and 6. Instead, on the ground, they try to run the draw play, and Thompson fighting for yardage, but a good hit coming up from the secondary for Loyola was Paul Quayle to finish him off. Nice tackle by Quayle, and that stopped the first down attempt from Marcus Thompson.
Yeah, Scott, let's take a look at this. Thompson slices through the line. Now, number 36 on that play, Brad Pisick, slows him down enough for Quayle to come up and finish him off.
So Ian Hall, the first team MIAA punter, on for the Cardinals. Wobbly kick to the near side. And Loyola will let it die and down it at the 19-yard line. 8:05 left first half. We're tied at 3. Back right after this, a 35-yard punt.
Fred Manfra here, wishing you a happy Thanksgiving from my friends at Baltimore County Savings Bank. Baltimore County Savings Bank is proud to sponsor this broadcast of the 90th meeting between the Calvert Hall Cardinals and Loyola Dons. Enjoy the game and this special day with family and friends. Once again, happy Thanksgiving from Baltimore County Savings Bank, locally owned and operated and growing to meet your needs. FDIC insured, equal housing lender.
It was a simple question. How can we help? We answered by donating the time, the parts, and our labor. And just like that, a fleet of cars and trucks was on its way to the New York City Fire Department. It was a simple question. But for the UAW-GM partnership, it was a way to say thanks.
And a happy Thanksgiving to David Modell, who stopped by to take in the holiday treat here at PSI. And of course, his office is only about
just
4
right up the thing
away.
here. Yeah, absolutely.
Here's Marcus Frisbee. We're tied at 3. Frisbee looking to run with it across the 20 and up to the 25. Got about 5 on the play. Holiday tradition, football certainly part of it. David, glad you could stop by.
Well, happy Thanksgiving to you guys as well, and to the listening audience or viewing audience. It's terrific. This is look at the crowd out here today.
Great
This is pretty cool.
It's not quite a Raven crowd, but a lot of people out of bed early for this tradition. What is it, Keith? 74th time on Thanksgiving that they played.
Yeah. Is that right? Well, we're glad that we're able to continue the tradition here at PSI Net Stadium. It's a terrific, terrific event.
City Poly as well.
How about that?
That was played here 2 weeks ago.
2nd and 5 from the 25. Frisbee hands it off this time.
You know, Dave, I think in 1998 when this series was moved here, I don't think a whole lot of players really put the emphasis on it they do now, because now with the Super Bowl champions and the fact that the Ravens have really made an impact in the community, every one of these kids now walked on that field today, this morning, and said, this is where the Super Bowl champs play, and that means something.
Well, you have to assume that when they first came out here, it was pretty cool to play in a venue like this, but now to add to that the luster of a Super Bowl championship and the Ravens' acceptance in the community, that has to be special for
no doubt about it.
Frisbee looking at 3rd down and 3 from the 27. We're tied at 3, 2nd quarter. And Frisbee calling his own number, cuts it back in. And it looks like he's got a first down. He's reached the 30-yard line. David,
now, do we have those first down guys over in the corner to do the first down? I feel like I'm getting ready to go. I'm getting excited by this.
Hey, no replay overrulings yet today either as well.
No
so
replay
David, we're in pretty good shape.
Part of your impact on the community, number 85, Drew Spraver, wide receiver down here for Loyola. He came out to a Raven game a couple years ago, was a soccer player, got so excited about seeing the Ravens play, he decided to play football, and now he's having a good year as a wide receiver.
Wise child. His mother's probably angry at us, but, you know.
Playing on Thanksgiving Day on TV?
How about that? That's pretty cool.
First down and 10. Frisbee, did he catch it or was it a short hop?
I think they call it a completion, Scott.
I think they're not sure.
Calvert Hall officials. Speaking of that,
they have last week's officiating crew out here. Oh, wait a second. Do I get fined by saying that? I didn't mean it, guys. Really, honest to God.
We don't have replay in high school football. That's a
Johnny Greer. Johnny Greer is probably at home watching this right now. He's now going, I'm reporting you to the league.
Incomplete
is
the ruling.
That should be incomplete. David, along those same lines, a lot of kids, a tremendous amount of kids are playing youth football and are leaving other sports to play youth football, and it is a direct result from the Ravens and their impact. That's got to make you feel good.
Well, I think it does. You know, I'd like it if we could get more stadia or more venues here in town under the lights, so that you could get that Friday night tradition like I've experienced in Ohio and other places.
That's a good point.
Second and 10. Frisbee rolls near side. He's in trouble. And did they port? Nope. Let's see where they mark him out of bounds. Looks like at about the 33-yard line. About 3 yards on the play.
You know, that used to be such a terrific tradition, boy, in the state of Ohio and lots of other places. They've got the lights up and the kids go out and play high school football. And really, the whole community surrounding those schools shows up. They were very, very excited. And I think that, that helps to grow that kind of thing. So I think we just have one venue here other than PSI.
Yeah, you see
Park,
the counties.
Under the lights. Yeah.
Anne Arundel,
Hartford, Howard. But this has never been a real hotbed for high school football. Even when the Colts were here, I sense a whole revolution right now with youth football. And I think 5-10 years from now,
you're right. It's 5 or 10 years.
Absolutely.
I think Ralph Region's Terps are helping.
Oh, no doubt about it.
You're right.
No doubt about it.
3rd and 5. Loyola. We're tied at 3. Second quarter. 5:41 left. Frisbee looking to throw. Arcs it downfield. Incomplete. Heavy coverage.
I'll tell you what, Scotty, Marcus is not afraid to throw in the crowd.
Now Terrence Moore, the intended receiver, the running back.
Apparently it's this field. I encourages guys to throw into coverage.
That time
that wasn't nice. That wasn't nice on a Thanksgiving morning.
Nice ball fake, and he's got number 22 open momentarily. May have waited just a hair, and that's one reason why high school quarterbacks have such a tough time sometimes got throwing the ball. When to throw, when not to throw.
And Aram Santana into punt. Does get it off, but pretty good pressure.
It's going to get a good roll, decent roll anyway.
And out of bounds down around the 30-yard line. So Santana boots it upfield. Calvert Hall will take over with 5:25 left in the first half. We're tied at 3. Happy Thanksgiving to everybody from PSI Net Stadium.
You know the music. You know the superstar. Now meet the man.
Here we are.
Tonight, take an all-access look inside a one-of-a-kind life.
I like that.
Being Mick. Tonight at 10/9 Central. Only on ABC.
Cars involved in an accident can be replaced, but you can't replace your health. That's why you need the experience and commitment of Science, Kirk, and Miles at 1-800-LAWYERS. Let's talk about it, because if you have a phone, you have a lawyer.
DirecTV, this is Ken.
Hi, Ken. It's the Matthews family. What does DirecTV have for us?
Well, we offer over 100 of your favorite channels.
Including movie channels?
Yep, all with 100% digital quality picture and sound. You also get
sports channels?
You got it. And 31 digital music channels. And for you, Dad?
24-hour news?
Absolutely. Sounds like you need our DirecTV Total Choice package. You get tons of great shows for the whole family for just $31.99 a month.
That's less than we pay for cable.
Exactly. And when you sign up for a year, you'll get a free DirecTV system and free professional installation.
Wait. You mean we can watch all of our favorite shows without buying equipment?
Yep, and right now you get 6 months of Showtime Unlimited, a $90 value. Free. That's 9 great premium channels for the whole family. And guys, I can take care of it right here on the phone.
Call now and get 6 free months of Showtime Unlimited, a free DirecTV system, and free installation when you order a year of any Total Choice programming package. Call 1-866-424-3593 now. Get it direct.
Well, field goals from Ben Pardue and Dennis Eaton, and we're tied at 3. 5:25 left. There you see some of the fans. That's kind of a little chilly, even in the sunshine.
Got the play clock. There's not a play clock, but there is a time limit, and Calvert Hall's going to have to hustle to get this play off.
They were over on their side for quite a while. Andrew Goldbeck, junior quarterback. Thompson, the tailback, fakes to Thompson. Golbeck, strong arm downfield. Oh, in and out of the hands. Lamar Williams was open and had nothing but green grass in front of him, but the junior couldn't bring it in.
And Scott, what he did, I believe, and Dave, if you want to comment on this too, I don't know if we'll see it. He kind of slowed down a little bit when he passed the defensive back, and I think instead of catching it in his body, he had to extend his arms. And you see Golbeck's
reaction. That was his little stutter move. He gave him a little stutter move and got the corner to bite, and away he went. But mercy, that was a nice pass.
What a great throw.
Right on the button right there.
Oh, that one up again.
Golbeck 1 of 7 for 7 yards, but certainly
had 2 drops already, Scott.
He's had a couple. That would have been a big play.
That's a beautiful pass.
Option this time. Looks like it's kind of breaking down. They finally pitch it out to Thompson, but Don strung that out well.
Yeah, I think Golbeck may have wanted to pitch it quicker, but Sebastian Price again, number 34. You see him right there in the back of your screen. He comes up, makes the big play. Boy, you really appreciate the size of the NFL players. Or notice the size when you sit up here and watch these
guys down here.
When they came out, I was up here. I said, man, they look small. Then I realized I'm used to looking at Jonathan Ogden.
Right, 6'8", 345. Sure.
Well, he got a couple of tackles, David, 290 and 300, and that Calvert Hall offense. Golbeck.
A lot of room, Scott.
Oh, yeah.
A lot of room.
40, midfield. Golbeck with pretty good speed. One man with an angle, and Golbeck forced out of bounds inside the 5. Andrew Golbeck just missed on a long pass, and now he turns into the runner. It was Frisbee that was heralded as a runner, Keith, but this time Golbeck, a 70-yard run.
And Scott, he tucks it up. David, if you want to comment, there was nothing. We both saw this play unfold. There was nothing there.
Am I Dennis Miller in this group, or how does this work?
Give us a funny line.
Some smart aleck remarks, but it looked like the pass was coming up to the other side, and everyone, all the coverage is over there. And boy, I tell you, when he tucked it right down and took off, he saw that field was wide open.
The question, would anyone, Scott, have the angle? And you see right there, number 21.
Paul Quayle, or is it Quayle?
It's a Quayle, yeah, 23. Paul Quayle, and there's Gilliard, 21, coming in, just knocks him out of bounds. Good call by the officials. And now
Golbeck, pretty good speed.
Woo, absolutely.
Yeah. Big guy, 6'1", 190.
Kind of had to be a little shocked that there was all that green grass in front of it.
First and goal. Handoff, end zone, touchdown, Calvert Hall.
Yeah, Matt Eckrell, Scott, I believe.
Officials haven't given it to you yet, have they? Officials made a call yet?
Wow, he's in.
Unless his knee popped down.
Looked like he was very in. Here we go again.
They still have it. Now the officials are going to huddle.
Oh, he's in. It's touchdown. Absolutely.
Golbeck they were setting up for the extra point and suddenly realized.
Yeah, there's no sure. There's half his body. This is the same end zone, Scott, last year where the overtime was decided.
Matt Eckrell's 8th touchdown of the year. He also has a 2-point conversion, so he scored 50 points now for Calvert Hall. And Keith, you talked about all the things he does: offense, defense, special teams. He's everywhere.
I'm sure he's out there lining the football field with his father doing as the athletic director. He does it all.
Ben Pardue on for the point after, out of the hold of Golbeck. And it's up and good. So Calvert Hall with the first touchdown of the game, set up on a 70-yard run from Andrew Golbeck, and they're on top 10-3. Let's go down to John Curry.
All right, yes, I'm sorry. We are here with Marcus Frisbee's mother. She's making her way to the front row. Ms. Frisbee, talk a little bit about today's game. I hear you're one of the biggest supporters yelling out here and cheering Marcus on.
That is true. I would like to support the team. Just support them. They're just good-hearted, loyal Dons.
What kind of words did you pass on to Marcus today as part of this Turkey Bowl celebration on Channel 2?
Just to enjoy it. It being his last game, we're out here to support him. I just wanted him to enjoy it and just do his best as the team.
Very good. All right, and you can hear her cheering louder than anyone out here on the sideline for Marcus. Let's send it back upstairs to you guys.
So the Hall on top, 10-3.
What y'all need to do, y'all need to get Mrs. Sharp down there for one of those. And,
Mrs. Ogden.
Well, no, if you think Shannon can talk.
Oh, really?
Oh, mercy. I'll tell you where they both learned how to talk.
Right?
She's all right, and she's a terrific woman as well.
I wonder if Shannon speaks in his sleep. I mean, if he just
talks in his sleep. We should ask Shelley.
Put a tape recorder on when he's sleeping one night.
As long as he keeps catching passes, right? He can do whatever he wants.
Do what he wants.
So 10-3 now, 4:01 left first half. Eckrell on the touchdown, set up again by the sprint from Andrew Golbeck down the far side as he took it 70 yards. Short kick taken on the 15-yard line. Some running room to the near side and up to the 35-yard line. Flag down. That's Tim Pataki.
That's going to be a face mask, Scott, without a doubt. And this will probably be a 15-yarder, David, because it looked like he just ripped his head down.
Lamar Williams, I think, guilty of the, let's see.
Vince Delaney walking off slowly. You see Pataki. Let's take a look at it now. Yeah, it's going to be Vince Delaney. Just ripped him. Yeah, right there, the side of the helmet.
Like he got in his ear hole.
By the ear hole. He got ear hole on that one.
Is that a 15?
Personal foul.
That's
face mask on the kicking team on the run back. First down.
And that should be a 15-yarder, guys. Sure. That's a very dangerous play. That rule put in just to prevent plays like that.
Is it 15 if you get the ear hole as well?
I think so.
I mean, it might be an extra 5 for the ear hole.
I see a young man out here with a Redskins hat on. Got to get the police
security
down there. What's up with that?
What is that?
Whoa, mercy!
Anything but the Steelers more than the Redskins.
The Redskin hat police out here.
It's enough to ruin your Thanksgiving, right?
Nasty Nestor the seat Nazis, as he calls them.
So the Ravens game pushed back to 4:15 this week to serve national TV, right?
Right, which is pretty good.
Yeah.
Like it on national TV. Hopefully we give a good show.
Frisbee and the Dons start just short of midfield. Now trailing 10-3. Straight ahead and then bounce back to fake.
Good ball fake right there by
he faked me
Scott.
out.
Yeah.
Jeff Walkley on the stop.
The defensive.
Okay.
Yeah.
He lost the handle. Watch. We thought it was a play fake. Never really got it in there.
Wow. Bounce right back to Marcus, who give him credit for being, for concentrating enough to stay with the play. But watch it again. More, and it comes right out of his.
I think they've been working on that play with the extra time they had.
Give Calvert all credit for recognizing that. Number 64 coming up to stop the play was Jeff Walkley.
2nd and 7 from the 47 of Calvert Hall. Frisbee throws near side. It's complete to Daniel O'Hara, the junior on the grab.
But both of these guys throw nice balls, don't they? Boy, Goldbeck, we saw what he can do with the long pass, and then nice little tough.
Just short of the first down, about a yard and a half short.
Hard pass for a high school quarterback to throw, guys, across the field, 8 to 10 yard out.
Well, maybe they're going to measure. It's closer than we thought. They had set up the 3rd down marker about a yard away, but they're going to bring the sticks all the way across the field and measure this.
That ends up being a tough pass for everyone who's in the business. Quarterbacks. That's throwing that out is obviously you got to get good location on that one, or those can get dangerous in a hurry.
You have to have some velocity on it. Loyola used to have a guy named Tommy Bender back in the mid-70s. He was big, 6'3", 6'4" kid. Played for Joe Brune, who could put that ball on the money.
Strong Paul McGuire, I could have guessed that one. Mercy.
Yeah, you got a ball about.
I was wondering why the officials need to bring it out for that. I mean, you could see that. I mean, if it's one of those little shorties, credit card size thing.
Well, it's a long way from the sticks on the other side, I guess. It's not an exact. There's Joe Brune. David, 35th year he's coached in this game, and this is his final one.
Is that right?
Yeah, he played in the game in the 50s.
Oh, spectacular. Isn't that great?
Special day for him.
That's great that he gets to come down here on
actually coach with George Young when George was coaching at City College.
Oh, is that right?
George might be here today, if I'm not mistaken. He doesn't miss many of these.
If he's not, he's certainly watching on the tube. I guarantee that.
So he's got some pedigree. Ed Hardigan, George Young. Wow.
So this will be 3rd and 1. By the length of the football, less than a yard.
I'd be surprised, Scott, if he does a little play action here, tries to create something outside.
And now official stop play.
Got to have a chat. Officials always have to have a chat.
Yeah, we were just talking about that. They're following the NFL's lead in terms of powwows.
Boy, they do a lot of chat.
Tell you what, the officials getting more airtime than you're getting.
Looks easy up here. Here we go.
Oh, yeah, motion on the center.
Boy, that's a tough one when you got a foot to go for a first down. Now you're looking at.
Look like he almost
just dead ball foul. False start on the offense. Still 3rd down.
Tom O'Hara, our referee.
That's Kevin Lickfus. Hate to target Kevin, but Skip Lickfus is his dad, Scott. Very, very
He
active
wants to play
in local
rugby
lacrosse.
in college.
Want to play rugby in college?
So you know he's tough.
Oh, very
right?
tough.
Oh, jeez.
His father, longtime coach of the Maryland Lacrosse Club.
Timeout. Timeout. Charge Loyola.
Yeah, why not? You can't save them, and this is a big play.
Absolutely.
Joe Bruin says, let's talk about it, and they'd like to move it down the field and have a chance to tie this game before the half.
Obviously, they don't have a problem with the coach coming out on the field.
Oh no, that's high school.
That.
Yeah,
This is all very all right.
Dave, it's been a 6-8 months since the Super Bowl. This team is obviously the goal to get back. It's been a very tough first 10 games of this season. Any message to the fans in terms of keeping the faith? I know there's a lot of expectations, a lot of things said in the heat of battle that boy, I
did hear 2 or 3 boos last Sunday, by the way.
I didn't hear
a couple
any.
of them got a little restless.
Where were you? I didn't hear
You had
any.
those headsets on.
Really? Yeah. I had my fingers in my ears. You know, it's the Sturm and Drang of a football season. You know, if we go back and look at last year's season around the same time, you know, there was plenty of Sturm and Drang going on, and then we kind of took off a little bit. So.
And you
know,
set a pretty high bar. You set a pretty high bar a year ago.
Sure, we did. Absolutely. And obviously, we've set a fairly high bar this year as well. This is the nature of a football season. And you look at, you've got 10 teams out of 31 that are have 6, 7 or 8 wins, with most of us in there with 6.
3rd and 6. Frisbee. Pressured, heavy pressure. Oh, gets away from it. Fighting for the first down and stopped about 2 yards short. What an athletic play from Marcus Frisbee, Keith. He just about got the first down.
Yeah, Jeff Walkley was all over him. Walkley, how he didn't get the sack is a strict credit to number 5. Watch Walkley, had him in his mitts and spins out of it, and then nearly Scott gets the first down. But
big number 71 got in the way and kind of eliminated him as an obstacle there. Here we go.
He got a little
big number 71 pops on in here, goes boom. Oh no, you're not getting him.
See, just about lost his jersey, got pulled down over the shoulder pad.
That's Derek Norgriff, number 71, who's missed much of the year with injury.
So they send in the punter, Aram Santana, on 4th and 4. Joe wouldn't fake here, would he?
Oh yeah, he would. No doubt about it. I doubt it, but he would. He's done it before.
Santana, pretty good punt.
Yeah, excellent punt.
Yeah, out of bounds down near the 10-yard line. So Calvert Hall will get it back with 1:25 left in the first half. They've got a 10-3 lead. Eckrell with a touchdown, the only touchdown of the game after Pardue and Eaton had traded field goals, and that touchdown set up by a 70-yard scamper from quarterback Andrew Golbeck.
So what's the big Thanksgiving Day rivalry in Ohio, or was there one? Or the big rivalry high school?
I have to think about that. I mean, you probably have St. Joe's in there, so you got a bunch of teams that would, you know, football was just.
It was interesting last week with the Browns in here. Doug Deacon played there for years in broadcast. All the guys down, Pat Moriarty, all talking high school football.
Sure. Oh,
what did St. Ed's do? What did this team do?
Oh, sure, absolutely, no question about it.
It is huge. On the ground, this is Bobby Kremen. Kremen up around the 15-yard line.
Kremen's one of those street kids, Scott, that just plays all out every snap. As you can see, he's obviously not real big, 160 pounds, if that. That's on a good day.
That's what you list
after, That's after Thanksgiving. That's after Thanksgiving dinner.
Big turkey dinner.
Ted Martello made the last stop for Loyola, and we're under a minute now. Final minute of the first half. 74th Thanksgiving meeting between these two teams. Loyola leads the all-time series 42-31. Back to Kremen, trying to get wide, cuts it back, and he's close to a first down up around the 20-yard line.
Now, Joe Bruin still has 2 timeouts left, and I'm surprised, Scott, that they're not taking one right here. It's 3rd down. You stop the clock. You get the ball 40, 50-yard line. You have a chance.
You got a chance.
This is somewhat surprising.
10-3, 30 seconds to go. Go in with the lead.
No, I'm talking about the Loyola, the defense here.
Yeah.
You stop them here. You still have a good 30 for you. I would have had 35 seconds to make.
Try to block a punt.
Absolutely.
Or something.
Right.
Absolutely.
I think they want to regroup as well and just kind of let it wind.
We're almost down to that take a knee time.
Say goodnight to Irene.
Right now, I'm sure that's what's going to happen.
A little knee action going here. No. They don't have the knee play, apparently.
On the ground.
High school football.
Bobby Kremen is the knee off left guard.
That would be that.
Yeah, that's going to end the first half. So a half in the book on this Thanksgiving morning at PSI Net Stadium. Calvert Hall leads Loyola 10-3. We'll check in with the coaches here.
So this is very much like our ESPN or our nationally telecast games. You get the coach coming off the field.
Absolutely.
Get a couple of good words.
Yeah, they followed our lead on this.
Now look at how they're kind of scrumming up so they're not going into the thing together. That's interesting. I always thought it was fascinating in some of our stadiums. The teams go in together, and you kind of expect stuff to go on in there. And
they say things to each other. And Jay Robinson heading across the field. John Curry down on the field. We'll hear from the Calvert Hall coach. He's got a 10-3 lead here at the half.
David, thanks for coming on, sir.
You guys are terrific. I appreciate it. It's the Turkey Bowl yet again, and let's have a great.
It's an annual tradition.
Here.
We expect you here every year. Great weekend. Let's go down to John Curry.
All right, guys, stand with Jay Robinson, Coach. You guys have the 7-point lead now over Loyola. Talk a little about what went right for you guys in the first half.
Well, Goldbeck made a play, obviously, and players make plays. Andrew's a player, and as a coach, we've done everything we can the last couple of weeks to get ready. Now it's up to the kids, and Goldbeck made a real nice play for us. That's the difference right here.
What do you tell your guys, particularly on defense, to kind of contain Marcus Frisbee? He's been all over the field, being able to run, pass, block, do everything.
Mark is a great football player. He's one of the best football players in the state. We have our hands full. What we try to do is leverage him, come to balance, wrap up, and make a tackle. There's no real secret to it. The best teams tackle well and block well, and hopefully we're right in that category.
Very good. Thank you very much, Coach. His team up 10-3 at the half here at the Turkey Bowl. Scott, back up to you.
Thank you, John Curry. Keith, ironically, Goldbeck makes the 70-yard play. Frisbee, the guy capable of doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. And had one dropped, or it would have been a 17-3 game right now.
All right, we'll be back with more. Calvert Hall on top, 10-3.
The Baltimore County Savings Bank Turkey Bowl, brought to you by Tully's Restaurant, a tradition in quality. Murray Cellular Associates, one-stop shopping for all your wireless needs. And The Barn, where true Baltimoreans eat crabs. Great food and family entertainment are just two of the reasons people keep coming back to Tully's Restaurant. Enjoy your choice of beef, chicken, or seafood, all served in Tully's family-style atmosphere. And while our friendly staff caters to what your taste buds need, Tully's has plenty to keep you entertained. Choose from a game room filled with pool tables and arcade games, a dance floor for bands and karaoke, or one of 23 TVs to watch your favorite team play. Enjoy Baltimore's best place for tradition and quality. Enjoy Tully's.
Cerebral palsy brain damage alert. A medical mistake may have caused your child cerebral palsy or brain damage, or lead paint may be to blame. Your child may have a right to lifetime care. Find out free. Call the Spectre Legal Team, 1-800-626-2100. Call now regardless of your child's age. No fees or expenses unless we get money for you. We've collected millions and millions for the injured. Call 1-800-626-2100, the voice of the victim.
On your mark. Get set. Go!
Time. It could be your biggest factor in a race against colorectal cancer. If you are over 50 or have a family history of colorectal cancer, you should be tested. Colorectal cancer does not discriminate and often has no warning signs. With early detection, everyone has the chance to win the race against colorectal cancer. Call 1-866-MD-COLON if you are without insurance or would like more information about free screenings.
Make your home beautiful for the holidays at Gardner's Furniture and pay no interest until 2003. During our after Thanksgiving sale, buy interest-free in 2001, interest-free in 2002, interest-free until 2003. That's 13 full months. Wow! America's top brand at the guaranteed lowest prices, ready for immediate pickup or delivery. The after Thanksgiving sale through Monday only at Gardner's Furniture. Don't miss it.
Eric Frazier is Calvert Hall's Tully's Restaurant Scholar Athlete. Eric's a senior with a 3.8 grade point average. Tully's Restaurant congratulates Eric Frazier for being recognized as our Scholar Athlete. Keep this game special for so many reasons, and certainly one of them today is Coach Joe Brune, a real gentleman and a guy that's been around the game for a long time.
Yeah, Scott began in 1967 at Loyola. This is his 35th Loyola Calvert Hall game, and earlier I had a chance to talk with Joe and some of his players about his 35-year career.
When I retire, I think I'll be a mountain climber because I like challenges. So they didn't know what I was talking about. But I said, this is a challenge, and, you know, that's what I like about coaching. Just the challenge of matching wits with the other people and seeing what you can get your kids to do or not do.
Joe Brune has scaled the mountain of making a difference in young people's lives. He's been doing it for 40 years, the last 35 at Loyola High School, where the Dons are always one of the premier teams in town.
He teaches you more about life than football.
Proof of that came last year in the 81st Loyola Calvert Hall game.
Hand off to the fullback, Sebastian Price. Is he in? Yes, he is.
After Sebastian Price's touchdown left Loyola within 1 point of the Cards in overtime, Joe Brune decided to go for 2 points and the win. Calvert Hall made the big play and stopped them and celebrated a 7-6 win, their first in this series in 12 years.
And the Calvert Hall players stream onto the field.
The loss left the Dons devastated, though Joe Brune never wavered in the confidence he had for his team. He was paid back for that confidence on October 27th, when the Dons gave Coach Brune a victory bath to remember. Loyola beat Gilman that day in Coach Brune's last home game at Blakefield. Marcus Frisbee connected with Brett Master Perry for the go-ahead touchdown, and the Dons won 16-12.
That was the most important thing. I told the team beforehand, we owe it to ourselves, and especially Coach, to just play as hard as we can, whether we win or lose, just to try our best to do our best.
Marcus Frisbee did just that, playing perhaps the game of his life. And when it ended, Joe Brune had one of his most satisfying wins ever.
Yeah, I can't remember a team that, you know, had been through so many tough games and then came back and played against a really fine, big, strong team and, you know, played the way they did.
It was just unbelievable. I mean, just to be a part of, you know, his last home game, the fact that we would have such an upset like that on that game, it's something that's going to go down in history books for a long time.
He merely turned around and started running back towards his own goal line.
And history will say Joe Brune's been one of the most successful high school coaches ever in Baltimore. His teams are rarely the biggest or strongest, but often the most prepared.
Arms on! Go!
And though winning and losing is important, it is not the only reason he coaches. Just ask his players or his assistant coaches, like John Davis or Bill Caro, who's been with Joe for 30 years.
He's a teacher. You know, we talk about coach this and coach that. He's a teacher, and he's a teacher on that field. And, you know, that's, I'd say, one of the biggest things that I've learned from it.
He emphasizes schoolwork, you know, getting done in school and, you know, being a good person off the field and on the field. But he also has a very good work ethic and practice, and just really gets us to give everything we've got on the field.
Looking back on it, maybe Saturday night and a Sunday, what are you taking away from that moment?
A lot of humility.
Really?
Yeah.
It was a special time for you, wasn't it?
Keith, what a way for him to end his home career with that win over Gilman. Saw his daughters, his wife there to embrace him. What a special day. Great look at a special guy.
210 wins, Scott. That one will live forever. If they win today, that might top it.
Calvert Hall leads right now, 10-3. We're back with the second half right after this.
The best-kept local secret is out. To enjoy Baltimore's best steamed crabs all year round, you need to ride over to the Barn. Crack open your taste buds with a bite of the Barn's hot jumbo steamed Louisiana and Texas crabs, the finest 8-ounce jumbo lump crab cakes or scrumptious crab fluffs.
Take it from us, Joe Slufka. And Jimmy DePino, Calvert Hall class of 1978. Eat crabs where true Baltimoreans eat crabs. At the Barn.
Go Calvert Hall, beat Loyola, and beat a path to the Barn.
It's our biggest sale of the year, America's Best year-end clearance sale. Right now, get 2 pairs of designer glasses with lenses for just $79.99, and that includes a complete doctor's eye exam. Hundreds of great names to choose from, like Lauren Hutton, Diane von Furstenberg, London Fog, and more while they last. You'll find huge savings on 2 pairs of designer eyeglasses with lenses and a complete doctor's eye exam for just $79.99. Hurry to America's Best year-end clearance sale now for the best selection. Call 1-800-2PAIR today. Hurry, sale ends soon.
The entire inventory from America's largest sunglass chain, over 2,000 pairs of designer sunglasses, the newest styles for 2002, all one-half current prices. Suits, sport coats, and tuxedos, $49 to $125, plus 4,000 Egyptian cotton dress shirts, originally $60 to $195, now $18.
See you at C-Mart.
See our ad in Thursday's Baltimore Sun and Wednesday's Aegis. Give me a C.
Looking for the best selection of new Dodges at the lowest possible prices? Just follow the star. Musselman's Dodge always has the largest selection of new Dodges, including Rams, Durangos, Caravans, and Dakotas, and all come with our exclusive lowest price anywhere guarantee. In writing, Neon, Stratus, get it all from Baltimore's first 5-star Dodge dealer, and get it for less. Follow the star, the Musselman's Dodge, Route 40 West, just off Beltway exit 15A.
The Superstar, a 5-star Dodge dealer.
David Tamburino is Loyola's Tully's Restaurant Scholar Athlete. David's a senior with a 3.97 grade point average. Tully's Restaurant congratulates David Tamburino for being recognized as our Scholar Athlete. Let's take a look at some of the first half highlights for you in this one. Calvert Hall on top 10-3, and Marcus Thompson, their running back, with a 47-yard scamper here. Keith, he had a good first half.
Marcus had one big play called back. He had 22 carries on 84 yards, and we got a chance to see his breakaway speed in the first half.
Calvert Hall had some opportunities. Here he is again. Marcus Thompson kicking it outside.
Yeah, Scott, their offensive line, Calvert Hall's offensive line, kind of controlled the first 8-9 minutes of this game. They're big and they're strong, and they really did a good job up front.
Yeah, Marcus Frisbee, the challenge of stopping him, run, pass, whatever, right here for the Dons.
Yeah, 12 carries for 46 yards, also threw the ball well, had a hand in virtually every offensive play that Loyola ran today.
And Andrew Golbeck set up the touchdown with a 70-yard run. Here's the only touchdown of the game. Matt Eckrell plows in from 2 yards out, and that takes us up to our score here at the half, 10-3. Take a look at some of the barn halftime stats. First downs fairly even, but look at the rushing yards with that long 70-yard run, of course. A big difference there.
Yeah, that's
67 to 60.
Scotty, that's the difference. Passing yards, not much from Calvert Hall, but 48. And you see the penalties already, 9 combined for both teams for nearly 100 yards. And at one stretch of the game, Scott, that was really a big part of this game.
All right, when we come back, we'll check in with Loyola coach Joe Brune. We're ready for the second half with Calvert Hall on top 10-3.
Phillips Seafood since 1956. At Phillips, you can taste the tradition. Start off with one of Phillips' delicious appetizers, like our creamy crab and spinach dip. Then try a proven favorite, Phillips' traditional crab cake sandwich. And for the true crab connoisseurs, sink your claws into Phillips' 5-ounce premium all-lump crab cake. Not enough? Feast at one of Phillips' Seafood Festival buffets, or bring the great taste of Phillips into your kitchen. Phillips Reunion, coming spring 2002. Great food and family entertainment are just 2 of the reasons people keep coming back to Tully's Restaurant. Enjoy your choice of beef, chicken, or seafood, all served in Tully's family-style atmosphere. And while our friendly staff caters to what your taste buds need, Tully's has plenty to keep you entertained. Choose from a game room filled with pool tables and arcade games, a dance floor for bands and karaoke, or one of 23 TVs to watch your favorite team play. Enjoy Baltimore's best place for tradition and quality. Enjoy Tully's.
Lung cancer. You can have it and not even know it. For women, it claims even more lives than breast cancer. Yet most women never consider it a serious health threat. Unlike breast cancer, lung cancer offers no warning. When symptoms do occur, the cancer is often advanced. That's why early detection is key. Harbor Hospital wants to educate women about this disease with a free lung cancer health guide. Call for your free guide today.
A message from Harbor Hospital and ABC2. Personal service, knowledgeable associates, and a wide variety of products makes Murray Cellular your best choice for cellular phones. With more than 10 years of community commitment, Murray Cellular Associates serves everyone from the largest corporation to the smallest of individuals. Free digital phones, family talk plans, and free nights and weekends are just some of the ways we keep you connected. At Murray Cellular, we're here to offer you Baltimore's best phone service.
Hi, I'm Tom Murray with Murray Cellular Associates. Good luck players and coaches in the 82nd Annual Turkey Bowl. And happy Thanksgiving to your family from ours.
All right, welcome back to PSI Net Stadium. 10-3 Calvert Hall over Loyola. I'm standing with Don's coach, Coach Joe Brune. Your final game as Loyola Don head coach. Talk a little bit about today's game and the big play, stopping the big play. I know you talked that to you guys.
Yeah, they've had some big plays on us, and we got to stop that. And I think we got to get a little bit more consistent in our running game, get our running game going.
Talk a little bit about some of the special memories. Is there one that sticks out to you over the years, over your 35 years doing this?
Well, to be honest with you, so many big moments, it's hard to pick one. I couldn't do it. It's just been a lot of different things that have happened over the year. That some of them very sad, some of them very happy, but so it's hard to pick one.
Terrific. All right, Coach, thank you very much. His team down by a touchdown, but with Marcus Frisbee, anything can happen. Scott, Keith?
Yeah, that's a good point. Marcus Frisbee is that home run hitter, and we're back with the second half with Calvert Hall on top 10-3.
County Savings Bank Turkey Bowl, brought to you by Tully's Restaurant, a tradition in quality. Murray Cellular Associates, one-stop shopping for all your wireless needs. And The Barn, where true Baltimoreans eat crabs.
Christmas just ain't Christmas without the one you love.
This year, put some soul in your Christmas.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer.
Presenting the Soulful Christmas Collection.
Sleigh bells ring, are you listening? In the lane.
All your favorite artists.
Chestnuts roasting on an open fire.
The Drifters, Aretha Franklin, The Temptations, The OJs, Jerry Butler.
Oh, holy night.
Bring a soulful Christmas into your home. 32 classics on 2 CDs or 2 cassettes.
Bells will be ringing. The glad.
Order with your credit card and get a free bonus Christmas album featuring Otis Redding.
Merry Christmas, baby. Should it treat me nice?
That's 3 albums, 42 classics.
I'm dreaming of a white Christmas. Hang on, mistletoe. I'm gonna get to know you better. This Christmas, have yourself a merry little Christmas.
So call now with your credit card and get 3 Christmas albums.
To order Soulful Christmas, call 1-800-619-8484. Use your credit card and receive a free bonus album, or send $26.99 for 2 CDs and 2 cassettes, plus $4.99 shipping and handling to Soulful Christmas, Department 3, Richmond, Virginia 23280, or order online at timelife.com.
We are back at PSI Net Stadium. A happy Thanksgiving to everybody as you start your holiday. Great crowd on hand, and a pretty good football game. Calvert Hall with a 10-3 halftime lead.
Yeah, Scott, and this is the beginning of a wild weekend in high school football. State championship semifinals coming up. You have Hereford and City, a big game. You have Choppertown playing home, Meade playing home.
Pardue, pretty good kick, comes down to the 5. Across the 25 and hit hard. Wow. Good tackle, good coverage. That was Dan O'Hara on the return, and Devin Collins collared him.
Yeah, 5'9" junior Devin Collins just nearly clotheslined him, but got the pad. Watch O'Hara. Had some momentum, had a little seam until Devin Collins just says, nah, not today.
20 yards
not on my watch.
On that return.
So we'll see what Marcus Frisbee and the offensive coaches have come up with here now.
We heard Joe say more consistent in the running game, and running game is often Frisbee.
Yes.
Backs in the eye, coming straight ahead, Terrence Morin.
You saw big Scott, number 68 for Calvert Hall, Josh Noe, try to strip the ball, but Morin did a good job of doubling up on his hands.
Morin, 6 feet, 190-pound junior. Dave Cale on the stop that time as well. She'll look inside the Loyola huddle. Marcus Frisbee, 6'2", 200-pound senior. He's hit 50% of his passes on the year, 3 touchdowns, 6 interceptions, but he's run for 511 yards and 10 touchdowns. Second and about 5, Frisbee. Throws it and incomplete.
Scott, I thought Marcus
Schraver out there.
Yes, sir. I thought Marcus did a great job of making the defense think that he's going to run the football. Looked like he almost tucked it in. Watch him roll left. Looks like a straight run that we've seen throughout the first half. And then he pulls it back and hits number 85 Schraver right in the hands. Try to catch it maybe with his hands up in front of his face mask. That's a tough play. Schraver made a nice catch earlier in the game on a quick slant in.
3rd down and 5. Dons on their own 30, just started the second half. They trail 10-3. Thrown underneath, and he's got Gallup, and that's good for a first down. So Marcus Frisbee gets the first down on a nice 3rd down pass to Evan Gallant. Matt Eckrell on the coverage for the Cardinals.
Looked like Calvert Hall, Scott, was showing blitz. They pulled back, went conventional pass coverage, and Marcus Frisbee calmly just drills at the number 9. And Marcus is very versatile in his offensive game. And
gone to that play 3-4 times.
Absolutely.
Keith Gallant just right over on the sideline.
Quick little hitch pattern.
Yeah.
Have the arm strength for your quarterback to throw it at this level.
They give it to Morin straight ahead, running hard, but he gets stopped hard.
Boy, he got popped.
See a mouthpiece loose after that play. Somebody lost their mouthpiece. Josh Noe.
Noe and Cale again involved in that play. Watch Sebastian Price, number 34, the lead block, and a good one on number 85, Chris Burke. But look at number 68 come in and plug the hole, Josh Noe. Wow.
He squared up the pads on that one.
Man, I'll tell you what.
Pickup of about 3.5. Ball just across the 45-yard line. Right back to Morin, and he's up to midfield, about 1.5 yards short of a first down.
Yeah, I tell you what, Scott, he carried Chris Burke. Burke had him, and Morin kind of spun him around and landed another 2 yards.
Yeah, got him a yard. You're right, about 2 extra yards. They mark it right on the mid-stripe at the 50.
And another big 3rd down play. It's amazing. NFL, college, high school, how many games come down to 3rd down conversions?
They just hit a pass on 3rd and 5 to keep the drive alive. Now they're looking at 3rd and 2 from midfield. Backs are split.
Look for Frisbee to maybe roll out, try to create something.
And Frisbee on the option, keeps it, but they didn't fool the defense. Great defensive play by number 44, Mike Simbitis. Talked about his great play, Keith, and boy, he read that play perfectly.
You know, Scott, he came in as a reserve last year in this game and really played well. He's from the Parkville area, and he just shot the gap. Boy, he read his keys well on that play and really did a great job of penetrating and never really gave. You see him run right through the block right there of number 55 of Loyola, Matt Hadaway. Never gave Frisbee a chance to square his shoulders up and head downfield. Nice play.
So they lost a yard, and Santana on to punt.
Simbitis, 51 tackles coming into this game.
A little bit high snap, but Santana handles it. Punt taken on the 19-yard line. Coming straight ahead, Bobby Kremen. Tackled up across the 32. 31-yard punt, 14 yards on the return. We'll take a timeout. 8:45 left, 3rd quarter. Calvert Hall leads 10-3.
Fred Manfrey here, wishing you a happy Thanksgiving from my friends at Baltimore County Savings Bank. Baltimore County Savings Bank is proud to sponsor this broadcast of the 90th meeting between the Calvert Hall Cardinals and Loyola Dons. Enjoy the game and this special day with family and friends. Once again, happy Thanksgiving from Baltimore County Savings Bank, locally owned and operated and growing to meet your needs. FDIC insured, equal housing lender.
The best-kept local secret is out. To enjoy Baltimore's best steamed crabs all year round, you need to ride over to the Barn. Crack open your taste buds with a bite of the Barn's hot jumbo steamed Louisiana and Texas crabs, the finest 8-ounce jumbo lump crab cakes or scrumptious crab fluffs.
Take it from us, Joe Slufka. And Jimmy DePino, Calvert Hall class of 1978. Eat crabs where true Baltimoreans eat crabs. At the Barn.
Go Calvert Hall, beat Loyola, and beat a path to the Barn.
When I tried to make a call, I found I'd been disconnected.
Not having a phone was a huge hassle.
Do you need a phone? Or has your phone been disconnected? Call 1-800-RECONNECTS to get your phone service fast. There's no deposit, credit check, or ID required. And only $39 gets you talking again.
Thanks to Reconnects, my friends are just a call away.
And I'm back in touch with my family.
Only $39 gets your phone service fast. Call 1-800-RECONNECTS. That's 1-800-RECONNECTS.
Punter Aram Santana, 140 pounds, got more than he bargained for here, Keith.
Yeah, John Marcantoni, that's not fair. Come on, you're not supposed to hit the kicker like that.
He's 210, he's maybe 135.
Oh,
right?
At least. Look like me in high school.
1st and 10 from the 33. Calvert Hall has the ball with a 7-point lead. And on the ground, Kremen hit and then knocked back. Got an initial surge and then got drilled back. And a Loyola player shaken up on the play.
I think it was the player who originally made contact. Looked like he hit him from a tough angle, Scott, and that does not look good. See number 50 there, Brad Kohler, in on that tackle.
Yeah. Training staff out, tending to him. 8:32 left in the third quarter. Calvert Hall scored first on a 24-yard field goal from Pardue. Eaton answered with 9:57 left in the second quarter with a 29-yard field goal, and then Eckrow with the only touchdown with a 4:01 left in the first half.
See the end of the play here. Number 55 for Calvert Hall is Rhett Myers. Oh my goodness, you see the flip there. Try to get his number for you. Wow, boy, that does not look good.
Hit up on the crown of his helmet.
Came flying out of nowhere.
So now the Loyola players come over to the near side. They'll get them off the field. The Calvert Hall players back around the 20-yard line. We'll take an injury timeout. 8:32 left in the third quarter. Calvert Hall leads Loyola 10-3.
Hello.
Here's a look at the action coming up this week on 2 Sports. Brought to you by BGE. You're always comfortable with natural gas. Personal service, knowledgeable associates, and a wide variety of products makes Murray Cellular your best choice for cellular phones. With more than 10 years of community commitment, Murray Cellular Associates serves everyone from the largest corporation to the smallest of individuals. Free digital phones, family talk plans, and free nights and weekends are just some of the ways we keep you connected. At Murray Cellular, we're here to offer you Baltimore's best phone service.
Hi, I'm Tom Murray with Murray Cellular Associates. Good luck, players and coaches, in the 82nd Annual Turkey Bowl. And happy Thanksgiving to your family from ours.
Lucky you. Your local True Value has everything you need to take care of life's little surprises and to get in and out fast. True Value. Help is just around the corner.
This Friday is the perfect time to head to your True Value. We've got decorating supplies or holiday gifts, like a Dremel rotary tool or twin-pack two-way radio. Your choice, only $39.99. Get ready for the holidays this weekend at True Value, where holiday help is just around the corner.
Confused by a cancer term that you don't understand? Need a physician referral? The latest cancer information and referrals are at your fingertips at www.mdcancer.org.
How can you look at these faces and not want to help? Bring in a new toy to your nearest Jiffy Lube. Toys for Tots.
Scott Garceau, Keith Mills, and John Curry back at PSI Net Stadium, still in an injury timeout. Loyola's Todd Stroman injured on the last play and still being tended to by the training staff.
Scott, obviously it's a serious situation. They're obviously worried about moving him right now, but had a chance to talk with Todd's dad, Scott, yesterday, a big booster of Loyola football, and he was one of the kids we were talking about that played on the Towson Rec team. Two of his teammates at Loyola, Kevin Lichtvis and Alex Schaffer-Ravovich, played with Calvert Hall's Bobby Kremen and Chris Boggs for the Towson Rec team, coached by Tex Williams. That's right behind our Channel 2 studios down in Rogers Forge. And boy, his father very excited about the game today and about Todd's chance again to play on local TV. And boy, you hate to see this. We can only hope that he's going to be okay.
Yeah, and there's obviously a concern on both sides. As you said, these guys are competitors and playing against each other, but a lot of them know each other. They've played in rec leagues against each other.
In a lot of cases, they grew up together, Scott, and played a variety of other sports against each other, lacrosse being the big one in that part of town.
As any case, when you're involved with a neck injury, every precaution is taken, and they're not going to do anything to move anybody around until see some of the medical people out on the field right now.
And it's a good sign, Scott, that he has moved his arms, and you see him right there. Yeah.
I think early on, Keith, he didn't have as much movement in the arms, and now probably getting some of the sensation back. We saw him tapping on his legs and his arms. But the biggest thing is to just stabilize them, and they'll take their time.
No doubt about it. Right. Scott is a 5'11", 205-pound junior, and
Keith, remember we saw a similar instance last year with Tony Saragusa in a Raven game. Was down and was strapped down, didn't have any movement, was taken to shock trauma, and unbelievably came back and played in the second half of that game. So hopefully everything's all right here. We see the cart being brought in.
And obviously the stakes a little higher, much higher obviously in the NFL, and Goose's livelihood on the line here. The medical people just want to make sure that Scott is okay, and that's part of high school football. You hate to sound so brutal, but this kind of injury happens not as often as a lot of people think.
This was kind of a freak thing too, Keith, where he just kind of got upended and then came down on the crown of his helmet in a very awkward position.
This is going to sound odd. A good friend of mine coaches a cross-country team, said there are more injuries in girls cross-country than high school football in this country, which I found to be absolutely incredible. But looking how they're protected and how the game is taught by good men like Joe Brune and Jay Robinson.
Aren't you glad you didn't play girls cross country?
I'm glad I wasn't a girl running track, let me tell you what. But looks like
Loyola players now. Joe Brune gathering his team. Everything kind of comes to a standstill for a minute.
Scott, we've talked about the players, but there's a lot of mutual respect. Augie Maselli, the defensive coordinator for Calvert Hall, and Joe Brune were rivals in this series for, well, Augie was there from 74 to 87, and they want to win, they compete, but off the field they have a tremendous amount of respect. Don't know anyone in this state that doesn't respect Joe Brune.
Okay, we're going to take a timeout and return. Our score: Calvert Hall leads Loyola 10-3.
If you suspect an injury caused by medical negligence, call 1-800-MALPRACTICE. Birth injury? 1-800-MALPRACTICE. Cancer misdiagnosis? 1-800-MALPRACTICE. Nursing home negligence? 1-800-MALPRACTICE. Hospital injuries? 1-800-MALPRACTICE. Call Science Kirk and Miles at 1-800-MALPRACTICE for your free consultation. Let's talk about it. Because if you have a phone, you have a lawyer. Science Kirk and Miles.
The entire inventory from America's largest sunglass chain, over 2,000 pairs of designer sunglasses, the newest styles for 2002, all one-half current prices. Suits, sport coats, and tuxedos, $49 to $125 plus 4,000 Egyptian cotton dress shirts, originally $60 to $195, now $18.
See you at C-Mart.
See our ad in Thursday's Baltimore Sun and Wednesday's Aegis. Give me a C.
Fred Manfrey here, wishing you a happy Thanksgiving from my friends at Baltimore County Savings Bank. Baltimore County Savings Bank is proud to sponsor this broadcast of the 90th meeting between the Calvert Hall Cardinals and Loyola Dons. Enjoy the game and this special day with family and friends. Once again, happy Thanksgiving from Baltimore County Savings Bank, locally owned and operated and growing to meet your needs. FDIC insured, equal housing lender.
We're back, 8:32 left, third quarter. Still tending to the injured player Todd Stroman.
Kind of taking the life out of a lot of the crowd here,
Sure,
Scott. And,
sure, yeah.
You see the crowd just kind of wondering and waiting. Stroman began playing youth football when he was 7 years old. 75-pound team over at the Towson Renton. Both sides give him a good round of applause. Hopefully he's okay.
Definitely saw him moving his arms.
As I mentioned,
tough time for Joe Brune, Keith, and the emotion of the day, and certainly his thoughts right now with his injured player Todd Stroman.
You know, your NFL players, you hate to again sound brutal, they get somewhat immune to this sight. You see it so often in the National Football League as a precaution in often cases. But high school players rarely see this, and this has to have an effect.
Biggest thing with any kind of a head or neck injury is to stabilize the player, and that's what they were very careful to do. They took their time, and you see him on the cart right now.
And right here at PSI Net, Scott, I'm hoping they have the facilities here. They have the X-ray machines right here on site. I assume they're manned today. I would think they would be.
And if not, you're close to a lot of great medical facilities. Yeah.
University of Maryland, shock trauma right around the corner. That's where
probably,
Goose went, and they tried to squeeze him in to the MRI with shoulder pads. Wow.
All right, we're back to football now. Andrew Goldbeck back to throw, throws near side, and the pass is complete. Knocked out of bounds just short of the 40-yard line.
Gilliard on the hit, but boy, number 10 for Calvert Hall, Carl Altenberger, another one of those 165-pounders held on.
Another lacrosse player too, Carl Altenberger, a senior. Second down and 9. Third quarter, 10-3 Calvert Hall. Just lunged, and I think he got the first down. With that lunge, you just saw him extend the left arm, and it looks like it might be enough. Well, could be a measurement. It's very close. Watch the good effort, though, Keith, when he was going down, how he lunged with that left arm and advanced the ball as far as he could.
Yeah, and it did earn him the first down, Scott. The officials moving the sticks right now, so a good effort, as we've seen Frisbee do a couple of times today. Goldbeck knowing where the sticks are. Scott, how important is that? Knowing where your first down marker is.
Good awareness from the junior quarterback.
Really impressed with this guy. He's got a strong arm. He's just a junior. The entire backfield for Calvert Hall is back next year. That's another plus for the Cards.
Goldbeck looking to throw. Heavy pressure, and he's in trouble, but gets away from a tackler. Running for his life. And throws incomplete, trying to get it to Altenberger over on the far side in front of the Calvert Hall bench. I think he's going to need some oxygen after that play.
Doug Holmes, number 78, big number 78 for Loyola, all 220 pounds of him. Had a beat on him, but boy, again, give Goldbeck some credit. Again, number 42 in pursuit, Steve Planholt. Bought some time and nearly completed this pass.
He did. He made a great play.
I thought he was buying time to throw it out of bounds.
Just a little too high.
Yeah. Altenberger came back for the ball like good receivers should when your quarterback's in trouble.
But he saved himself about a 12-yard sack.
No doubt about it.
Second and 10. Calvert Hall on their own 43 out of the shotgun. On the ground, that's Kremen. Short gain up to about the 45-yard line.
Joe Brune would call this a misdirection play, I think. In the old days, it's probably more like a trap, and you saw this a lot from Phil Albert's offense at Towson State in the days he was there. A lot of pulling guards and tackles, trying to isolate those guys on some linebackers and cornerbacks and try to spring the back that way. Old school was he, Scott. Boy, he's fundamentals and discipline, his MO.
Block and tackle, 3rd and 8. Kremen off right tackle across midfield, and he's about a yard and a half short of a first down.
Again, following that big offensive line. In this case, it was right tackle Matt Janowski, and Rhett Myers, and they're 225 and 300 pounds, and that's a lot of beef to run behind. Haven't seen much of Marcus Thompson since that original first quarter, where you wonder if he's physically
had the high ankle sprain. Any kind of a setback there. Ian Hall into punt. Pretty good kick taken at the 15-yard line. O'Hara looking for some room and tripped up at the 23. Dave Cale on the stop. So now here comes Frisbee.
Trivia question for you. We'll go right down to John. I'll throw this out to you. The first game was played where? First Calvert Hall Loyola game, 1920.
Let's go down to John Curry.
Hey, guys, I just wanted to give you a couple of notes, update on Todd Stroman, who went out with the injury. Indications right now, all indications are good. He's got all movement in his extremities there, saying that it looks more like a stinger. He rolled on the left side of his neck, and that he's having a little bit of discomfort there. The trainer said he asked if he would be okay to go back in the game as they were picking him up and putting him on the stretcher, guys.
Very good to hear, John. Thank you. Good news. He thought Goose did it. Maybe I can do it, right? That pass complete for a short gain up around the 27-yard line. Matt Eckrell on the stop for Calvert Hall.
O'Hara, I believe, again with the catch. And again, this is Frisbee throwing. He's a right-handed quarterback, so he's throwing away from his body, puts it right on the money, and that's a good 4-yard gain on first down, Scott, like a controlled running play almost. Frisbee gives him the option to run or pass, depending on what the linebackers and cornerbacks and safeties do in that situation.
2nd and 6. Line it up in the eye. Frisbee rolling to the short side, and not much there. Forced out of bounds just across the 30.
But again, Scott, looked like a straight running play for Frisbee. Fake one way, reverse your field, go the other way. That time he tucked the ball in. And again, Calvert Hall done a good job. Jay Robinson, Scott, told you they were worried about backside pressure and backside help on this young guy, and they're doing a solid job today on it.
And Dave Cale, the linebacker, ran him out of bounds. He's a first-team MIA pick.
Boy, nice crackback block on to Simbis right there. I tell you what, he's getting a lot of attention, Scott. Sebastian Price hit him first, and then someone else hit him second.
Now they're 3rd down, 3rd and 3. They shift the tight end over to the right side. Mastropieri. And Frisbee on the keeper, trying to get wide. And he's across the 35, still up. Got a first down up to around the 41-yard line. Well, you got the wide side of the field. You got Marcus Frisbee. That makes a lot of sense.
And Scott, right before the snap, Loyola changed the formation from left strong side to right. That forced Calvert Hall to do some changes. And that time Frisbee gets to the outside. Barely, but this is physical effort right here, Scott. I thought Calvert Hall did a pretty solid job of defending that play, and he just outran. Watch on the outside, number 50 right there for Calvert Hall. That's Eric Fraser. Does a decent job of stringing him out. Doesn't get the support from the corners and safeties that he really needed.
And Frisbee, a good job to cut it back in when he got to the sideline. Just didn't run out of bounds with it. 14 yards on the game. Goes Mastropieri again, shifting to the left side this time, the tight end. Frisbee, heavy pressure, gets the pass off and completes it to Schraber. He's tackled after a short gain up around the 45-yard line. But good job by Frisbee to get rid of the ball, Keith.
Boy, throws real well, gone to his left, Scott, which is very unusual for a high school quarterback. Again, the play action tries to freeze the linebackers. Good pressure
That's
from number 3.
freshman again. Yeah,
that's right. Melvin Alays with the pressure. He gets hit by a variety of guys. Number 21 coming up, Daryl Jackson. Frisbee goes down hard, but Alays is really going to be a good football player.
Alazy, a freshman, as Keith said, 6'3", 185 pounds. That's nice size, Keith.
Wow.
That kid is going to be growing and getting bigger and stronger. You can see his quickness. 2nd and about 3. Frisbee looking downfield, now improvising, looking for a block, gets one, 45, look out, kicks it outside, and he's tackled. A saving tackle from Daryl Jackson, or Frisbee was off to the races.
Scott, I thought number 51 from Calvert Hall, John Marcantoni, did a tremendous job of breaking this play down. We're going to watch it from the outside. Watch number 51 if we see him. He breaks the whole play down, takes on 2 guys, forces Frisbee to tuck it in, and then forces him inside. Tim Sidis comes in. He doesn't make the play, and then Frisbee just, again, does it with his wheels, and a great play by number 21, Daryl Jackson, to possibly save a big play, if not a touchdown.
Frisbee starting to generate some numbers. 9 of 12 passing, 69 yards, 16 runs for 75 yards. And on first down, on the ground, gives it to the fullback Price, and he is stacked up and pushed back near the 40-yard line. Sebastian Price, 6 feet, 175-pound senior. Tackle was made by Mike Simbitis.
And as I mentioned, Scott, the grandson of one of the greatest coaches in Loyola history, Ed Hartigan Sr., and he scored, Sebastian, last year the touchdown in overtime, which cut the lead to 1. And he is just a solid football player, just a winner at every level.
This drive using up a lot of clock. We're down to the 3:20 mark left in the 3rd quarter. Loyola trying to knot it up with a touchdown. Frisbee over the middle, in and out of the hands of Daniel O'Hara.
This little timing pattern. Daniel took like 3 steps and just turned in, and Frisbee drilled it, maybe drilled it a little too hard. This is a tough pass for high school kids to complete. Watch Marcus 2-step drop and drills it and hit O'Hara in the hands.
Alaise on the coverage again, the freshman.
This guy is going to be a player. 2 freshmen in this game, Scott. There's a young freshman, Brady Smith, for Loyola, who plays free safety.
O'Hara in the slot on the right side. 3rd and 8. Frisbee in the pocket now, scrambling near side, running out of room, and he's forced out of bounds at the 35. That's about 6 yards short of a first down. And now what is Joe Bruden doing? You try to punt and pin him deep, or do you go for it on 4th and 6?
I think he may go for it here, Scott. Yep. In high school punting, very rare to put the ball inside the 10. You're at the 34. If he goes in the end zone, you're only losing 14 yards. You have Frisbee, you have 5 yards. Take your shot. That time, Scott, Calvert Hall played real good pass defense. No, he's going to kick it. He's putting the punt team in right now. Loyola only sent really 2 guys out on the coverage, and there were 5 defenders, so Frisbee was really dealt a tough hand in terms of his options, what he could do.
So it's 4th and about 5. Aram Santana into punt. Punt and duck. Hits it to the near corner, and he hit a little too good. Into the end zone, a touchback. It'll come out to the 20, and we got a late flag.
Yeah.
They went after the punter that time, and I believe they're going to get penalized.
And it was the same player, number 51.
Number 51, yeah, we saw Marcantoni after him last time, and this time he drew the flag. Big penalty.
And Scott, that's just a...
Oh, maybe going against the punter. Okay, here we go.
Whoa! Hey, I'll
we
tell
had
you
a
what.
dead ball, personal foul, face mask against the kicking team. 1st down and 10 from the 35.
Okay, so Santana got a hold of the mask. It wasn't Marcantoni.
Had Tom O'Hara seen the replay that we saw of Marcantoni leveling him, he may have let that one go.
Yeah.
He may have, I give the guy credit. I give him a lot of credit. You know, it's a mistake, and I'm sure his coaches, look, he's getting pat on the helmet. Hey, we understand. We understand.
One more look at it. Aram Santana listed at 140 pounds.
You never like to see a headgear ripped around like this, but in this case, well, you can understand. A little bit of acting right there from Marcantoni, I think.
Flags all over. False start looked like against Calvert Hall.
Dead ball, false start on the offense, still 1st down.
Keith, you think about it with the punt into the end zone and then the penalty against the punter. You started off about a yard away from where you were if you would have gone for it on 4th and 6.
I really do understand Joe Brune wanting to play field position at this point. You're a touchdown down. You have a long way to go, 2:50 left in the 3rd. But the reality of high school kicking, he certainly knows his kicker better than I. He's seen him a lot this year, but he told you earlier in the year he had some kicking problems.
Yeah. he said atrocious. Not only the punter, but blocking on punts. They've had all kinds of breakdowns in the punt game. Goldbeck gives it on the ground. There's the man we wondered where he was. Marcus Thompson back in there running hard and plows up near the 35-yard line.
Yeah, made the first player miss and then got corralled after that, but still got back to the line of scrimmage. Actually got back about a yard, I guess, and watched the original hit. He runs out of that tackle, and finally the cavalry comes, including Quayle, number 23, who's, as advertised, Scott, tough hitter, played well.
Quayle, good guy in that defensive secondary, say best cover guy as well, and he's been in on several tackles today. 2nd and 10. Goldbeck gives it to his fullback, and plowing forward is Matt Bushman. 6'1", 220 pounds, and he just took blue shirts with him.
Yeah, Scott, you don't call Matt Bushman's name too often because he does nothing more than block most of the time. But this time, look at the seal on number 55 right there, the center for Calvert Hall. That's Rhett Myers, actually the right guard. Does a great job of double teaming the nose tackle, and Bushman reads the block.
Tamburino could just get his hands on him. He couldn't really get much body, and he just dragged him ahead for another 4 or 5 yards.
Again, that big offensive line. Janikowski came back and sealed also, and they averaged 50 pounds more up front than Loyola, and it paid off that time.
Oh, and a collision in the backfield.
Ball's loose.
Ball is loose. Eckrell collided with Goldbeck. I believe it was Eckrell. And Calvert Hall's Steve Plantholt was right in there, and that could have been disastrous.
Plantholt came in, broke the whole plate, and actually was a little. Eckrell and Goldbeck collide, and Calvert Hall dodges the bullet right there. Number 78, Holmes, comes in for support. Don't know if that was the quarterback's fault for dropping too deep, or Eckrell trying to cut the play up a little too soon.
Just about a 5-yard loss on the play, so 2nd and 15. Andrew Goldbeck threw a deep one downfield in the first half. Now he gets it out to Williams. Quick hitch pass, and he's up to about the 47, maybe the 48-yard line.
Williams, number 2, they're just a sophomore, and Scott, again, they run this play a couple of times.
He's got the best shoes on the team.
Yeah, he's got some nice shoes, doesn't he?
Check out his shoes.
High top red ones. John Unitas would be proud, with the exception of the color.
Sophomore, you usually don't do that till you're a junior or senior.
Right.
Break out the red shoes.
It's a new age. It's a new age. That is tape. It is tape on his shoes.
He's spats.
Red tape on the black shoes. You have to admire that. But Williams runs a little hitch pattern, and what you're doing there is try to create a one-on-one situation and have the defender miss the tackle.
3rd and 9 from the 47. Passing situation here. Goldbeck in the pocket, throws near side, and a nice throw, and the ball was caught out there by Dan Spriggs, but his knee down just across midfield, and that's still about 5 yards short of a first down.
Well executed play, Scott. Spriggs comes from the Perry Hall rec program, and Goldbeck hits him in stride. Just can't turn it upfield if he can. If he can, as the quarter runs out, he may have been able to get the first down.
Tim Pataki out there on the coverage, so 3 quarters in the books. Calvert Hall still leads 10-3.
Great food and family entertainment are just 2 of the reasons people keep coming back to Tully's Restaurant. Enjoy your choice of beef, chicken, or seafood, all served in Tully's family-style atmosphere. And while our friendly staff caters to what your taste buds need, Tully's has plenty to keep you entertained. Choose from a game room filled with pool tables and arcade games, a dance floor for bands and karaoke, or one of 23 TVs to watch your favorite team play. Enjoy Baltimore's best place for tradition and quality. Enjoy Tully's.
It's our biggest sale of the year, America's Best Year-End Clearance Sale. Right now, get 2 pairs of designer glasses with lenses for just $79.99, and that includes a complete doctor's eye exam. Hundreds of great names to choose from, like Lauren Hutton, Diane von Furstenberg, London Fog, and more while they last. You'll find huge savings on 2 pairs of designer eyeglasses with lenses and a complete doctor's eye exam for just $79.99. Hurry to America's Best Year-End Clearance Sale now for the best selection. Call 1-800-2-PAIR today. Hurry, sale ends soon.
It's beginning to look a lot like shopping. This Friday from 6 to 11 a.m. at Walmart, where you'll find our 6.5-foot Douglas fir 450 light pre-lit tree, only $44.74. Plus super gifts like our assorted styles of fashion watches for men and women, 2 for just $5. And save big on our symphonic 4-head hi-fi VCR with remote, only $47.77. Only this Friday, only from 6 to 11 a.m. at Walmart.
Personal service, knowledgeable associates, and a wide variety of products makes Murray Cellular your best choice for cellular phones. With more than 10 years of community commitment, Murray Cellular Associates serves everyone, from the largest corporation to the smallest of individuals. Free digital phones, family talk plans, and free nights and weekends are just some of the ways we keep you connected. At Murray Cellular, we're here to offer you Baltimore's best phone service.
Hi, I'm Tom Murray with Murray Cellular Associates. Good luck, players and coaches, in the 82nd Annual Turkey Bowl. And happy Thanksgiving to your family from ours.
Hey, the Barn stats through 3 quarters, Keith. Things not looking too far apart in most categories.
Total yards somewhat even. Total yards for Calvert Hall, 213. Total yards for Loyola, pushing 200. But third down conversions, relatively solid for high school quarterbacks. And
nice haircut.
Nice haircut, nice colors from that obvious Loyola fan.
Beat the Hall.
Beat the Hall. Boy, this series goes back, Scott, as we mentioned, 1920.
It's Army-Navy on the high school level, right?
Yes, indeed. That and City Power.
Pretty good punt. No fair catch, and dropped immediately at the 18-yard line. Daniel O'Hare.
And the player number 3 right there for Calvert Hall.
Yeah, Danny
Spriggs is hurt and in some pain.
31-yard punt.
Yeah, he's shaking off the cobwebs. And O'Hara, somewhat surprising he didn't get the fair catch call here, but looking to make a play. Good coverage by Spriggs. Came down, maybe landed on his hand. Or led with his helmet, possibly. Yeah, it did. Hit it helmet to helmet right there. That cost him some money in the NFL, Scott, right there.
Can't find these guys $15,000 when they're still at the Hall.
Not yet, anyway. Briggs shaking off the cobwebs as gets the escort off the field. Mentioned, Scott, earlier in this game, the Walt family. You know your good friend Joby Walt, quarterbacked an unbeaten team here at Calvert Hall. His 2 brothers also played, and their dad, Dick, quarterbacked the 1940 Calvert Hall win through a touchdown pass to Bob Filippelli. So there's some Calvert Hall in their blood.
And here come the Dons from Loyola. They need a touchdown. They're trailing 10-3 as we start the 4th quarter. Marcus Frisbee hands it off. Terrence Morin up close to the 25-yard line. Got about 5 on the play.
Yeah, good first down play. Scott, still a lot of time, but it's very difficult in high school football, Scott, to drive the end of the field. They started at the 20. There's 11:35 usually in high school. You get an 80-yard drive, you only get one of them.
Yeah, I was going to say, because the possession time,
absolutely,
mostly running plays, you don't get a lot of opportunities, and that's the one thing you said when Joe Brune was down there. You don't know how many times you're going to be back when they did decide to punt on 4th down. Frisbee hands it off. Running hard, good for a first down, up to the 31-yard line. Terrence Morin, the junior.
That time, good line surge by the left side of the Loyola High School offensive line. We've heard a lot about the offensive line for Calvert Hall today, but that time Sebastian Price, number 34, gets a good lead block. The left side of that line, give them credit.
Well, Keith,
Hadaway and Matza.
You have to be so outside conscious with Frisbee that there should be opportunities between the tackles.
And a couple of times today, Loyola's tried to make that connection. Hasn't happened.
1st and 10. Frisbee, first option, and not much going. I think that's Price. He's banged for a couple yards.
Josh Noe, number 68. We've called his number a lot today, Scott. He didn't start this game, but he has come off the bench and played a real strong game for Augie Maselli and Jay Robinson's defense. There he is, number 68.
A lot of guys on that defense will be back.
Yes.
Efrel, Noe, Brooks Lopez, their middle linebacker. Delaney's only a junior. We talked about Ali Issei, the freshman who's made some big plays.
And he loses just 3 players off the offense.
2nd down and 8. Frisbee rolling to the near side. His receiver fell down. Now Frisbee cuts it back the other way. Got one more Cardinal to beat. and run out of bounds across the 40 up to about the 42.
Scott, this is what he did against Gilman. Loyola trailed much of the game. Late third quarter, early fourth quarter, Marcus Frisbee found a way to get first downs, found a way to keep drives going. Again, it's well defended. Number 51 does a good job, Mark Antoni, to break the play down, but Frisbee reverses his field. Nice little block right there on the outside.
And I think his first choice to throw the ball, I saw his feet slide out from under him. He was down at that point. Frisbee said, I got to make something happen.
Absolutely.
Here.
Yeah, you brought up a good point. Receiver lost his footing. Well, you can really see how Calvert Hall is spreading their ends out and forcing him inside, just what Jay Robinson said they would do.
9:56 left, fourth quarter. 10-3 Calvert Hall on top. Morin head down and stopped short of the 45 and then driven back.
And again, Mark Antoni, number 51, leads the charge, and he's been involved with everything. The two plays with the punter. Joe Brunscott has got to be thinking right now about that drive in the first quarter when they were knocking on the door at the 1, and the penalties forced them back. Boy, the cavalry comes to help out, but leading the charge was Mark Antoni, number 51.
So, saw some changes here. Mark Zawadny checks in for the first time. Number 40 in the Loyola offense. He's out in the slot on the right side.
Spread formation here. It's got 4 wideouts.
2nd and 7. A little different look. Frisbee underneath and short of the mark. He short hopped Daniel O'Hara. So you spread him out and then you try to throw it over the middle, I guess.
And well-conceived play. O'Hara was there. Wouldn't have gained a lot of yards, but it would have set up an interesting third down play. That time looked like it just slipped right out of his hands. It was defended well, but O'Hara was open. Spread the defense, and then, as you say, Scott, what's the chic term, the West Coast offense?
Yeah, right.
I mean, a variation of that, I guess, we're seeing today from Loyola.
This will be 3rd and 7. Big play here.
If Brian Billick's watching, it's not the offense, it's the whole mentality of the system.
You got it. I think he's busy, but
let's hope so.
I think they're on the practice field. They've got a timeout called.
Timeout, Loyola.
So the Dons take a timeout. We step out. 9:10 left to play. Calvert Hall still up 10-3.
The best-kept local secret is out. To enjoy Baltimore's best steamed crabs all year round, you need to ride over to the Barn. Crack open your taste buds with a bite of the Barn's hot jumbo steamed Louisiana and Texas crabs, the finest 8-ounce jumbo lump crab cakes or scrumptious crab fluffs.
Take it from us, Joe Slufka.
And Jimmy DePino, Calvert Hall class of 1978. Eat crabs where true Baltimoreans eat crabs. At the Barn.
Joe Calvert Hall beat Loyola and beat a path to the Barn.
Mom, are they ready yet? I'm still working on it.
Rice Krispies treats are so easy to make, they take no time at all.
These things take time.
But they taste so good, your family will think you slaved over them all afternoon. And if that's what they think, well, what they don't know won't hurt them. Rice Krispies treats.
Honey? Mom,
you shouldn't have knocked yourself out.
Fred Manfrey here, wishing you a happy Thanksgiving from my friends at Baltimore County Savings Bank. Baltimore County Savings Bank is proud to sponsor this broadcast of the 90th meeting between the Calvert Hall Cardinals and Loyola Dons. Enjoy the game and this special day with family and friends. Once again, happy Thanksgiving from Baltimore County Savings Bank, locally owned and operated and growing to meet your needs. FDIC insured, equal housing lender.
Well, Loyola took a timeout. They got a big play here, Keith, and I guess they wanted to make sure they had the right play called on 3rd and 7.
I think that's wise from Frisbee. Realizes the magnitude of this drive.
3rd and 7 from his own 45. Fourth quarter, 9:10 left. His team down 10-3. And Frisbee setting up to pass, now looking to run. Turns it upfield, he's got a first down, 15. He's down close to the 45 at Calvert Hall. First down, Loyola.
Scott, credit Sebastian Price, number 34. We'll see it again. Price slowed up the pressure just enough for Frisbee to watch it again. Watch the pressure coming from the inside. And Frisbee on number 64 just slowed him up enough, or Price did, to allow Frisbee to kick to the outside. 64, Jeff Walkley had a clear shot. And number 34 did his job, and then Frisbee does the rest.
And Morin did a nice job, a good seal block from the running back as well. 1st and 10 from the 46. Eckrell finally brought him down. Frisbee running for his life on every play. Now cuts it up the middle. 40 still up inside the 30s, down to the 29-yard line. Another first down for the Dons. Vince Delaney made the tackle. Pick up a 16, Keith.
Scott, hate to sound like a broken record. This is a carbon copy of Gilman. They just figure out a way to give this guy some room. That time it's clearly a pass. The receivers don't help him out by trying to create a situation, so he tucks it under. And watch the double team block here from number 71 Norcroft and number 34 Price. O'Hara out there throwing some blocks, and Frisbee just follows the leader.
Well,
and
Keith,
does the job.
If he's the best athlete on the field, which, well, he could be, other guys starting to tire down a little bit 4th quarter, he's still going.
Absolutely. And what I liked about that, Scott, he was under control. He knew he had a lot of help, a lot of escorts, did the job.
20 carries now, 111 yards for Marcus Frisbee. This time he gets a little break as he gives it to Morin, and he stopped after a short gain to about the 26.
Yeah, great support that time from the secondary from Calvert Hall. Darren Jackson, number 21 in particular. I think Frisbee needed a little break, said, hey, coach, let me hand this one off. And Morin gets it, tries to cut it outside, but, boy, he gets drilled. And there's your freshman again, Scott.
Yeah.
Alazy, who is a football player. Boy, he can play.
They're going to love having him around for 3 more years. Might come out early. Might go to college after sophomore year.
There you go. Don't give him any ideas.
2nd and 7. Backs in the eye. Morin the tailback. And Frisbee sets up, throws, complete, and down to the 20-yard line. Close to a first down. We got a flag down. May have a late hit or a face mask. Came down just as O'Hara was being tackled.
Yeah, O'Hara's a little groggy, but again, Sebastian Price, Tom O'Hara makes the call.
Personal foul, yep.
Add 15 more. Price throws the key block as Jay Robinson questions the officials in allowing Frisbee to make this play. Let's take a look at it. O'Hara looks like he's about 5 years old. Look at Price, seal off the end, gives Frisbee some time.
Watch the end of the play here.
Dead ball. Personal foul.
Oh, yeah.
Defense. First down.
Brooks Lopez, number 45.
Yeah, good call. So that takes it down to 10. And part of the drama here, Keith, there's still a lot of time left, 7:05, but we talked about it earlier. What does Joe Bruden do if he gets a touchdown here? Does he try to kick the point and tie it, or does he go for 2 like he did last year in double overtime?
I think he kicks, with this amount of time left, I think he kicks it and tries to get the ball back.
Or Marcus Frisbee.
Good point.
Yeah, you wonder. We'll see if they get into the end zone. It's 1st and goal. Frisbee on the keeper, running the option, throwing wide open in the end zone. Oh, just out of the reach of Daniel O'Hara.
Oh,
he had 2 steps on the defense.
And a well-conceived play on that one, Scott. Frisbee bides his time, gets some time. O'Hara has a step or 2 on the secondary, and we've seen Frisbee deliver the ball going from right to his left on a couple of times. And watch the reaction from number 5. Oh, just knew he just missed it. Hey, foul that one away. May see that play again, Scott.
Wide side of the field. Plenty of room to come to the near side if Frisbee rolls this way. Ball on the right hash, 2nd and goal. Frisbee on the ground to Morin, and he didn't find much. A yard, maybe 2 at the most. It's going to bring up 3rd and goal from about the 8.
He tried to run inside the tackles on that play for one of the few times today on the interior of the Calvert Hall defensive line. You see Zimbitis right there, number 44. And he's played a football game today. And
top receiver, Keith, Daniel O'Hara, looked like he was shaken up a little bit. He left the field after the last play.
And Marcus Frisbee.
Loyola.
Yeah, Marcus again realizing the magnitude of this drive, and he may not get down here again. Wants to talk it over with Joe Brune. John Davis in the white hat in front of him. Long time assistant. Bill Careau. Been just a great job with this program the last 30 years.
Ball marked just inside the 9, about 8.5 yards away from the goal line, 10-3. Loyola needs a touchdown and a point after to tie, or if they decide to go for 2, they could take the lead with a 2-point conversion. 6:13 left, and we're getting down to that crunch time again, Keith, like we did last year when it was 0-0. Let's go down to John Curry.
Got some drama here in the fourth quarter, and a person that was a big part of the drama last year. We got Jason Forrester with us. Jason, talk a little bit about that play down on the goal line, coming down into it.
Pretty much, it was a shock, and we depended on the option a lot last year. It was crunch time. We came down. I saw Bobby fumble the ball, jumped up, grabbed it. My first thought was to get over the line, and in the long run, it helped.
Very good. We'll visit with Jason a little bit more. We'll go back upstairs to you guys.
It's his 3rd and goal, about 8.5 yards away from the end zone. Frisbee under center, wide receiver to the right side. Now a backfield shift. And here comes Frisbee, rolling to the wide side. Looking, throwing in the back of the end zone. Incomplete, contact. Let's see if we got a flag. No flag. Players were playing the ball.
And number 84 not happy with the non-call. That's
Ted Martello.
Yeah, Ted Martello. His dad Matt, one of the coaches, or his uncle Matt, one of the coaches of this Loyola team. Oh yeah, that was probably a good call. Non-catchable. Scott, that ball
was real high.
7-8 feet over his head. And now a difficult decision for Joe Broon to make again. Does he kick and try to get the ball back and win it with a touchdown, or does he try to go for the first down or touchdown here, knowing he will keep them pinned back in their own territory with 6 minutes left in the game?
I think you take a shot at the end zone, Keith, because that field goal, you still need a touchdown to win the game.
I totally agree. You're here. You may not get back down here. This is 4-down territory, as they say, Scott. And I would be shocked if Joe Broon did not let his quarterback try to make a play.
And if you don't get in, they're starting inside the 10. So you're still very much in the football game. You got Marcus Frisbee. I think you're doing the right thing.
No doubt about it. And how many times, Scott, have we seen in no man's land when you get to the 10-yard line on 1st and goal?
Timeout, charge Loyola.
They had some confusion down there. Brett Mastro-Pieri came off the field, and Joe Broon said, hey, let's get this thing right, and burns a timeout. We'll take a break. 6:06 left to play.
That's their last timeout.
The pretzel. A great tasting but predictable little snack. Not anymore. Introducing a new honey mustard flavored sensation from Rolled Gold. New Rolled Gold honey mustard pretzels. Tiny twist, big honey mustard taste.
Because carved, sliced, and trimmed refer to our prices, come to Kohl's after Thanksgiving sale for early bird specials Friday from 6 to 11 a.m. only. Save on men's classic leather bomber jackets. Take an extra 25% off all 14-karat gold chains and bracelets, already 60% off. And save 50% on all St. Nicholas Square trimmetry, holiday cards, and gift wrap. Don't miss our early bird specials at Kohl's after Thanksgiving sale. Kohl's, that's more like it.
Great food and family entertainment are just two of the reasons people keep coming back to Tully's Restaurant. Enjoy your choice of beef, chicken, or seafood, all served in Tully's family-style atmosphere. And while our friendly staff caters to what your taste buds need, Tully's has plenty to keep you entertained. Choose from a game room filled with pool tables and arcade games, a dance floor for bands and karaoke, or one of 23 TVs to watch your favorite team play. Enjoy Baltimore's best place for tradition and quality. Enjoy Tully's. When you need to know everything about elder care, turn to us, Elder Life Experts. Call 410-823-3153.
Well, it's been a happy Thanksgiving here at PSINet Stadium. 6:06 left, and we got a dandy here. 4th down and goal from the 9. Loyola with the ball. They trail 10-3.
Scott, I know the short side of the field is to the right, but they may have to run away from Mark Antoni here.
Oh, false start. Left side of the line. I believe it might have been Chris Mazza, number 67. Not positive, but there was movement on the left side. Unless somebody penetrated from Calvert Hall. Let's take a look.
Hadaway, 55, or Mazza. I think it was a left tack. Both of them actually moved, yeah.
False start on the offense. Still fourth down.
Looked like the tackle took a step first, and then the guard followed him.
Yeah.
Flinched, too.
And that's a big, big play. And again, it's got 2 mental mistakes in the last couple of minutes here, calling the timeout with the wrong personnel and then the false start.
And it's not only the 5 that pulls you further from the end zone. If you don't get it, it's the 5 more that they're upfield. And so now they're going to kick.
And this is no gimme either, Scott. This is a 32-yard attempt.
Aram Santana, or Dennis Eaton it is. Eaton from the right hash. Plenty of distance. Missed it.
Just missed it.
It's wide, and the score remains 10-3 with 6:01 left.
So Marcus Frisbee, Scott, and his offense do the job and get it down, but can't close the deal. And, boy, that's a big, big play.
Now the pressure on the Loyola defense to get the ball back. We will step out. 10-3. Calvert Hall leads.
He's a young John Travolta.
It's amazing. It's a fabulous show. A 10+. You got to see it.
The dancing's fabulous, and the people singing are just amazing. So I want to go boogie some more. Brought back memories. It makes you feel like the Bee Gees are right here.
I went through the disco lessons. We lived the 70s, and we really enjoyed reliving them again tonight.
Disco lives forever.
At the Lyric Opera House, December 26th through 30th. Charge by phone at 410-481-SEAT.
At NeighborCare, we've conducted years of research and thousands of tests to perfect our free home delivery system.
Adjust elevation up 34 degrees.
Studies show that people don't like to leave the house when they're sick.
Fire!
Plagued with technical difficulties, we abandoned the flying messenger system in favor of gas-powered vehicles.
NeighborCare, call us, and we'll shoot your prescription right over.
Vans, very reliable.
Hold yourself.
Friday and Saturday during Macy's Thanksgiving sale. Shop early 7 a.m. to 11 a.m. for 4-hour specials. Coats, sweaters for everyone, an extra 15% off. Sleepwear for him and her, an extra 15% off. Boots and booties for her, an extra 15% off. 1-carat diamond earrings, ring or necklace, your choice, $269. Comforter sets, $29.99. 4-hour specials 7 to 11 a.m. Friday and Saturday during Macy's Thanksgiving sale.
6:01 left to play. Calvert Hall leads 10-3 as we take a look at the Food Line game summary. A couple of field goals in the first half. First from Pardue, and then Loyola's Dennis Eaton knocked through a 29-yarder, and the only touchdown came from Calvert Hall's Matt Eckrell. A 2-yard run after Goldbeck brought it down the field 70 yards. There you see the scoring summary, 10-3. So we're back to action, and Calvert Hall on the ground. Get about 5 off the left side up to the 25-yard line.
Yeah, it's got good first down play when you're protecting a lead, and don't be surprised if Phil Albert and Jay Robinson do this a lot. Behind the big offensive line, you see number 55 for Calvert Hall. That's Rhett Myers leading the way, and good sound fundamental football for Calvert Hall.
And Marcus Thompson almost hiding behind him. You know,
yeah.
He's 5'9", and he gets real low with his pads.
Hey, you protect the ball and lay low in this situation. So Loyola needs to stop.
Goldbeck hands it off. And they stop Thompson close to the line of scrimmage. Not much that time. Good job by the Loyola defense. Plenty of blue shirts up there.
Yeah, Brad Pyzik, number 36, the first guy to break through, and then he got plenty of help from number 33, Tamburino. But boy, that was a big play. And now, how big is this third down conversion here for Calvert Hall? Scott, still a lot of time, 5 minutes,
sure.
But Loyola without a timeout.
Yeah, they're out of timeouts, and there's some confusion on the last offensive series. Had to burn their final. I'm sure Joe Bruner would like to have that one in his bag.
And as Jay Robinson used to do at Towson State, using a lot of the play clock here, let the clock wind down.
Goldbeck hands it off to Eckrell, and he is stopped short. Brady Smith, the freshman up there from the secondary on the stop.
Boy, how about these two freshmen? Brady Smith, a lazy from Calvert Hall. 9th graders, can't be more than 14, 15 years old.
Nice size on him for a freshman.
Yes, indeed, 185 pounds. And really, Eckerl tried to scoot outside, but really nothing doing. Again, inside, look at number 62 break the play down. That was Dan Malseed, boy, who actually broke it down, and then Brady comes in and slams it shut. Another Brady in Baltimore.
Yeah, one of the best punters in the area, Ian Hall. Not too bad. O'Hara at his own 40, at the 45, and they got him by the ankle, and down he goes.
But Scott, plenty of time for Marcus Frisbee. Just under 4 minutes. Great field position at the 46. And now how big was that missed field goal? But a lot of time left to go.
35 yards on that punt, 5 on the return. Towson University Fan Cam is presented by Towson Athletics with a new coach and a new conference. It's a whole new era for Tiger basketball. Call 410-704-2244 for tickets. Now the numbers on Marcus Frisbee. 10 of 17 passing for 76 yards and 20 rushes for 111 yards. Nearly 200 yards of total offense from Andrew Goldbeck, or from Marcus Frisbee.
But they've kept him out of the end zone, Scott.
You're right.
To credit Calvert Hall for that.
Frisbee looking to throw. Now he's going to run with it. Midfield down the far sidelines and pushed out of bounds inside the 40. His helmet comes off, but he's got a first down and he's back on his feet. Marcus Frisbee, 6 feet, 200 pounds, and what a competitor.
He is such a competitor. I was just getting ready to say that, Scott. This is their best offensive play. Clear the middle out and spread the field. Let him go. Good block from O'Hara right there on Alazy. And credit Delaney coming over for shoving him out of bounds. But Marcus Frisbee, if there's time left.
Look at that uniform, Keith. There's chalk.
Oh, man, his mother, somewhere his mother's cheering right now. I know that.
There goes the helmet.
I mentioned Brand Hall now at Lehigh. He is a carbon copy of this kid. A little bigger, though.
1st and 10 on the ground. Short gain to about the 35-yard line.
Mark Antoni again. That was Connor Bell, I believe, Scott.
Yep, it was.
Simbitis in there. He's a gamer.
He's battled injuries all year. Connor Bell, he hadn't played the 2 weeks before this game.
Now keep in mind, like college, Scott, any first down, the clock stops to move the chains, and you can bet with no timeouts that Joe Brune is going to milk that.
And if Calvert Hall should need some timeouts when they get the ball back, they've got all 3 of theirs. Backs in the eyes, slot back to the right side. Here comes the pressure, and Frisbee just drops it off to Moore, and he's dumped immediately.
Yeah, number 45 on that play, Scott, for Loyola. Brooks Lopez read that really well. Remember a couple of the last series, Lopez had the late hit, makes up for it right here. Jerry Bendeman is his dad. Jerry played in this series back in the 80s. And boy, Brooks Lopez just comes in and knocks him down.
And you know what brought him over there? Marcus Frisbee.
Absolutely.
Because his job is pretty much to spy Frisbee. When Lopez went that.
Actually, that was 54. I'm mistaken. 54, okay. Not 45.
40.
Oh, Dave Kale. Oh, Dave Kale with the hit on Frisbee. Good point there.
Lopez made the stop. 3rd down and 8. Here we go. Wide side to the right. It's probably where you see Frisbee headed. No, comes short side to reverse to O'Hara, and he's in trouble. Down he goes, Daniel O'Hara. Calvert Hall was right there. That's a tough play, Keith, because they're kind of closing in, looking for Frisbee anywhere, and they ran right into the defender.
Yeah, watch the right side of your screen. Simbitis, number 44, shakes his block. Mark Antoni, they moved to the other side of the field on that play because of the wide side, and he was there to seal it off. Yeah.
So now you got 4th and about 12.
And with no timeouts left, Scott, this is ball game right here.
They need to get inside the 33 for a first down. Here we go. These twin receivers to the right side. That's the way Frisbee rolls. Throws down the middle, and it's incomplete. And Calvert Hall takes over on downs with 1:25 left, and they should be able to run out the clock.
Yeah, without timeouts, that was the ball game. Good coverage. Frisbee threw into the teeth of that coverage. You see the dejected Loyola fan right there, and the celebration beginning on the Calvert Hall side. But well defense last couple of plays here, Scott, by Calvert Hall.
Mike Simbitis over on the bench. He's played a big defensive game for Calvert Hall.
Frisbee with a little time, but there's your spy, Scott. You see number 45 there, Lopez. You called that one the last play. Eckerl on coverage. Jackson, Delaney on coverage.
Don't let Marcus Frisbee beat you with his feet,
No
basically,
doubt.
the theory there.
No doubt about it. And
good coverage downfield as well, as you said, Keith. On the ground, it's Thompson being real careful with the football.
Well, you see the Loyola players tugging after it. But without a chance to stop the clock, Scott, it's going to take a real miracle now for Loyola in Joe Brune's last game.
You're going to need a Joe Pisarcik to get out of this one. Joe Brune, he's battled in this thing for 35 years. Some good days, some not so good, but always with character. And some of the things you brought out in that halftime piece, Keith, from what his players said about what he teaches them about life in general and how to conduct themselves as young men, as much as any of the wins with Joe.
He's a teacher, Scott. He's a teacher first, coach second.
Now they're going to just take the knee. Goldbeck goes back, and he gets drilled. Got to get that knee down quick.
Got to get it down quick. Jeff Quayle comes in and nails him, and that's good football. But again, he held on to the ball, and that may be. Now they'll have to run one more play here. Mastro, Pieri, and Quayle.
Goldbeck got to work on that knee job because he's gonna get drilled like he did right there. Paul Quayle just unloaded on him. That's his job, try to pry the football loose.
They may take a delay of game penalty here, Scott, because I believe
they're down to 8 seconds.
No, that might be it.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have a delay. That's going to do it. So Calvert Hall, they poured the Gatorade on Jay Robinson over on the far side. They've won this thing 2 straight years, Keith,
and both of them, Scott, have come down to almost the last possession. You see the obvious dejection from the Loyola side. Hats off to Jay Robinson, who has really turned this program
and Joe
around.
Brune clapping. Joe Brune clapping on the near side, bringing his team in, saying, "Hey guys, you gave me everything."
And they did.
You gave me everything you had, and that's all a coach can ask for.
And they did. Obviously, Scott, the Loyola seniors in particular will remember this moment for a long, long time, particularly with it being their classy coach's last game. But Joe Brune has won a lot. He's lost some, but he has been an absolute credit to the game of high school football.
And no scoring in the second half of this game. All the scoring done in the first half. The only touchdown of the game, Matt Eckrell on a 2-yard run after Andrew Goldbeck just dashed up the far side of the field for a 70-yarder. And then the tradition of this game with the teams exchanging handshakes out at the 50-yard line. Came right down to the final minute again, Keith.
Came down to the final minute. I give Calvert Hall a tremendous amount of credit for the way they defended Frisbee down deep in their territory the last 2 possessions of the game. The drive previous to that, 14 plays, 72 yards, 5 minutes resulted in 0 points. And then the last possession, again, they thwart that guy, number 5, Marcus Frisbee.
10-3 the final. We're back right after this.
Ciao.
The Baltimore County Savings Bank Turkey Bowl. Brought to you by Baltimore County Savings Bank. Come home to Baltimore County Savings Bank. And Sonny's, the affordable outdoor store.
We're coming! Scooby-Doo and the gang are packing up the Mystery Machine and heading your way live for the first time ever. It's Scooby-Doo and Stage Fright live on stage. Bring your entire gang for cool music, hilarious antics, and one groovy mystery. Warner Brothers presents Scooby-Doo and Stage Fright live on stage.
December 13th through the 16th at Morris A. Mechanic Theater. Tickets are on sale now. Available at the box office or charge 410-752-1200.
Cerebral palsy brain damage alert. A medical mistake may have caused your child cerebral palsy or brain damage, or lead paint may be to blame. Your child may have a right to lifetime care. Find out free. Call the Spectre Legal Team, 1-800-626-2100. Call now regardless of your child's age. No fees or expenses unless we get money for you. We've collected millions and millions for the injured. Call 1-800-626-2100, the voice of the victim.
More turkey?
Where's the newspaper?
Can I have the ads? Please. Please.
Which one?
Not those. Value City. Wow, look at these.
Oh, I want that.
Look at that price.
It's worth getting there at 6 a.m. tomorrow.
This year, we're not going to miss out.
I think we're first in line.
At Value City's after Thanksgiving sale, the deals are so good, you got to get there first, even if it is at 6 a.m.
What time's breakfast?
The best-kept local secret is out. To enjoy Baltimore's best steamed crabs all year round, you need to ride over to the barn. Crack open your taste buds with a bite of the barn's hot jumbo steamed Louisiana and Texas crabs, the finest 8-ounce jumbo lump crab cakes or scrumptious crab fluffs.
Take it from us, Joe Slufka.
And Jimmy DePino, Calvert Hall class of 1978. Eat crabs where true Baltimoreans eat crabs. At the barn.
Go Calvert Hall, beat Loyola, and beat a path to the barn.
Well, look, there's today's attendance, 14,106. A good crowd here, and they saw a good football game. Let's check down with John Curry, who's with a couple of the Calvert Hall Cardinals.
Absolutely, Scott. A good football game indeed. Calvert Hall coming out on the winning end, 10-3. Standing now with Andrew Golbeck. Andrew, an incredible first half, particularly for you. A nice long run there. Talk about what you saw there as you were scrambling.
I just dropped back, and I didn't really see anything open, so I saw a little bit of field, and I took it.
How does it feel? It looks like the streak has officially ended now. Last year, putting this one together with last year's win.
Well, it ended last year, and our streak is continuing this year.
Very good. All right, congratulations. And we're also with Matt Eckrell. Matt, talk a little about today's game. You were able to stick it in the get the only touchdown of the game today.
Yes, our offensive line gave me the push. Really wasn't anything to it. I ran right behind my blockers. They did a great job today. Opened up holes all day.
How did it feel to come out and play in PSI Net Stadium? This has got to be a great venue for you guys and a good way to finish off the season.
Yeah, it's a great venue, but just another game for me. I've been around the game my whole life through my dad. Been playing against Coach Brune. He's a great coach. I think it was a great game today.
Excellent. Well, congratulations. Looks like we have Coach Joe Brune here and played in his last game. Unfortunately, coming on the losing end. But Coach, it must have been a special day for you today.
Yeah. Well, all these games are special. All these Calvert Hall games are special. And, you know, as I said, we had our chance. Our kid played hard. Had a couple of breakdowns here and there. But, you know, I thought it was a good game. Like to see the fans get into it, you know, and they did that. So.
Record number of fans today, over 14,000. What do you take away from your high school career now? And what's ahead? What's ahead now for Joe Brune?
What's ahead is to just sit down and relax for a while and figure out, you know, what to do from here on in. I'm sure I'll find something to do, though.
What kind of things do you like to do? What are you looking?
You know, do a lot of reading, help around the house, I'm sure. Listen to music.
Excellent.
I'll probably end up helping somebody coach someday after I have time to relax for a while.
Well, it's been a pleasure following you and your career. Congratulations, Coach. Thank you very much. We'll send it back upstairs to Scott and Keith. Scott?
All right. Thank you, John Curry. And what a class guy. Joe Brune. And got to be a lot of emotions running through.
Oh, no doubt, Scott. Mike Creaney, who was an All-American at Notre Dame, played on his first team in '67 with Reggie Boyce. He coached his sons. And now he coaches Marcus Frisbee and Kevin Lickfus and Todd Strum. Thousands of kids have benefited from Joe Brune as a teacher and as a coach. And you saw the class right there. Hey, let's give credit to Calvert Hall. Thankful for the fans to come out. He's all about high school football and teaching kids, and he will be missed. Don't know who's going to replace him. You hear a lot about maybe Biff Poggi. Matt Martello's name comes up. But that guy right there is a class act, and he will be missed.
And a father, and I'm sure even though his team lost today, he'll still enjoy that turkey with his family and Thanksgiving. Got a lot to be thankful for. Joe Brune has had such an impact on so many young men in the Baltimore area over these 35 years.
And I think there's a tier or two. I mentioned Tommy Bender, Bernie Bowers, Mike Stromberg, the great receiver at Johns Hopkins. They all played at Loyola, and they will have lasting memories of his input.
Well, Jay Robinson, more wins ahead for him. He's won two straight. Let's go down to the sidelines and John Curry.
That's right. We're standing with the winning coach, all soaking wet. Looks like you took a Gatorade bath there. This has got to make you feel good, able to string two together after stopping that losing streak last year.
Well, games like this, if we continue to play close games with Loyola, it's going to really age me quickly. You know, this game was very similar to last year where it was a defensive struggle. Our defense contained Marcus Frisbee to a certain degree today. A great player like Frisbee is hard to slow down. We did it, and on offense we made a couple of big plays when we needed to.
You got to be happy. A very balanced attack today all the way around.
Well, you know, I'd like to be more balanced. I'd like to be able to throw the ball a little more, but we have a big offensive line and a real strong tailback, so we're going to our strength as often as we need to.
Can you say enough about Joe Brune, your counterpart here?
When you play a Joe Brune team, you're playing a team that's obviously very well prepared, plays with a great amount of emotion, makes minimal mistakes. I'm going to miss playing against and coaching against Coach Brune because you know what to expect. A great football team, great competitor, and he's a great leader.
Very good. Thank you, Coach Robinson. We'll send it back upstairs. Well said.
All right, Jay Robinson, his Cardinals with today's win, 7-3. Loyola finished the season at 3-7, but they gave us our money's worth again, Keith. The kids played hard right down to the final minute. It was hanging.
Anytime it goes down to the last 2 possessions, Scott, you have to feel like these kids gave it their all. Pleasure working with you as always, bud.
It's been fun again to bring you the Turkey Bowl from PSI Net Stadium. Calvert Hall, the winner here this morning. 10-3 the final score. For my partner Keith Mills and all of us at 2 Sports, happy Thanksgiving, everybody.